documents detailing these accusations against Donald Trump and the FBI investigations therein, Levitt issued this statement saying, "These are completely baseless accusations backed by zero credible evidence from a sadly disturbed woman who has an extensive criminal history." And that's a fascinating statement to put out. First of all, that they are not completely baseless. They are backed by some credible evidence, which we're going to get into, from a sadly disturbed woman who has an extensive criminal history. Where exactly is that coming from? I mean, we haven't seen the woman do she hasn't been on NBC News or something at this point. How would Carolyn Levitt know that she's disturbed or has a criminal history unless she looked into literally just this one thing and only to produce an inflammatory response? Did Carolyn Levitt go into it with an open mind? Oh, dear God, I hope that the guy that I'm shilling for didn't sexually assault a child. I'm sure she really weighed the evidence. But anyway, she used the term sadly disturbed in an incredibly misogynistic way to conjure an image of the sort of woman who's just trying to make a name for herself. That's what Carolyn Levitt is doing here. It's hardly her first rodeo. She's been defending Donald Trump against the accusations of sexual harassment and sexual assault for quite some time. But here's the thing about it. The investigation into this woman that the media is now doing, the facts that she gave to the FBI, are showing that, actually, there is some corroborating evidence in her account. I want to jump into it. So, the Post and Courier reported gave FBI agents details about her family background and legal history, which the paper was able to verify as true. The South Carolina paper corroborated several aspects of the woman's life using archived government records and news reports. Although none of the newly verified details relate directly to her accusations against Trump, and it would be difficult to imagine how they could. They're not going to find newspaper accounts of the Epstein and Trump bringing her to Trump Tower and sexually assaulting her. But other parts of her story do actually bear out. And so the woman named one Ohio businessman as one of her abusers, of which there were many, describing him as a man with gray hair and big ears. She told agents she believed he was affiliated with a Cincinnati-based college. The Post and Courier reported that the unnamed Ohio businessman was a board member of the college. And just think for a second, why would she make up such a highly specific thing that could easily fall apart? Why would you do that if you didn't believe that it was true? And what do you know? Since this is all made up, according to Karen Levitt, that wild swing that she took, that hugely specific swing, what do you know? That turned out to be true. Fascinating. The woman told agents that she only saw Epstein once in a non-sexual context, recalling a chance encounter at a Rick James concert in Savannah, Georgia, when she was about 15. Newspaper records confirmed that James regularly performed in the Savannah area at the time, according to the Post and Courier. Now look, she could just know that the performances happened because she remembered him as a kid, but why would she put that highly specific, easy to disprove thing in there? It's possible that we can even prove that Epstein was there. It produces another breadcrumb that can be followed up on, and I'm glad that she did it, and that's another fact that was actually corroborated. But here's maybe the biggest link in her allegations that has now been corroborated, at least in some form. The woman also said that Epstein had blackmailed her with nude photos, and that her mother embezzled money from her employer in an attempt to pay off the pedophile around 1985. The mother ended up being sued by the company, investigated, ended up in federal prison near Columbia, South Carolina, according to the woman. Records confirmed that her mother was involved in a crime of this nature around that time. And now more information can be gleaned from that. And all of these things, these highly specific things she's adding, are ways that the story could conceivably easily fall apart. And yet, so far, that is not actually what's happening. And so, JR, this was a horrible story. The 13-year-old Trump being alleged to force her to perform oral sex on him and then hitting her, all of that. What do you make of the corroboration we're seeing?
Well, this is the thing. It's since all these interviews were done, I've had multiple interviews. They must have found some kind of level of credibility to her story to keep talking to her. And then they hide it, obviously. Why are you hiding it? I mean, isn't this all a bunch of stuff we can just sift through and discover how fake it all really is? No. So as they've gone through all this, why would this 13-year-old kid come up with this extensive level of a story about the things that she saw and experienced and went through that are all matching up? Like, we have to literally act like these things make sense to believe the person who's lied about everything, who's tried to cover it up, who said it's a Democratic hoax. who said that he's never really known Epstein, that he kicked him out of the club. Like everything they've said has not been true. Like everything they've said. There's no more people who believe Donald Trump anymore. There's just people who don't want to talk about how they don't believe Donald Trump anymore, and they just want to go along with whatever that he's done. They're okay with the assault. And to Caroline Levitt talking about this woman and her having extensive criminal history, you brought it up for a second. It's weird. There's this guy in the White House who's got an extensive criminal history. In fact, 34 felonies on his record, and also being held liable for sexual assault on E. Jean Carroll. It's like everything about him makes sense to the accusations that were that were presented to the FBI, who thought it was credible enough to keep talking to her, who also the people as handlers, former personal attorney Todd Blanche, and also Pam Bondi, who's also bribed by Trump and helped him out in Florida politics. And all of that, those people who are on board for helping cover this up, we're supposed to believe them and not the person who's accusing him of all these things based on things that have matched up to it. It's too simple at this point. If anyone wants to argue about this, just ask them who it is that they've assaulted and when we're going to get that information from the children that they're trying to hide from.
You were totally right. You said there's nobody who actually believes he doesn't do that. In that there's not a person who like thinks about it, weighs the possibilities, and then comes to the conclusion he didn't do that. There are people who say he didn't do that, but they also don't care. They're just not interested. I mean, look, an accusation is made against someone. You weigh what you know about the person and their past. That's what you do. Donald Trump has not lived his life to make us think that he wouldn't do this sort of thing. It's actually wildly consistent with what he has done. The sexual harassment, the sexual assault, the talking about young women. Like, there's nobody who has crafted a 40-year history that would lead one to buy accusations of this sort more than Donald Trump at this point. That's the challenge that he currently faces. If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very big.
Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. Today, we're going to be looking at a bag who's having a hard time processing that people want to hold him accountable for voting for Donald Trump. They want to hold him accountable for the current Iranian war work. Also, it's worth noting he appears to be a police officer, as it goes by the name Officer Dion. Let's dive right in.
And it needs to be demolished. It needs to be dismantled. And we all should be thinking positively about it. Not hoping for our president to fail so you can put your finger in your family member's face or in your friend's face and say, look what you did, you bastard. You just caused World War III with your vote. Man, you can go on with that bullshit. Like I said, it's really sad. There are people I love with all my heart. And I'm heartbroken at their response to this. You really are upset with people because of how they voted. If you want to hate the big bad orange man, that is your prerogative. That's your right. And hey, some of it may be justified. But when you want to wag your judgy ass fingers at people for the reasons why they voted for the man, that's when I have to say, you know what? I'll see you in 3 years.
Okay, let me explain this very simply. The elected officials, the people you
hoping for.
Let's dive right in.
And
I want to hold him accountable for the current Iranian war work. Also, it's worth noting he appears to be a police officer, as it goes by the name Officer Dion.
Welcome to Dion on Purpose. This is the first episode. I tried this 2 years ago. Unfortunately, I gave it up primarily because my day job. I'm still a law enforcement officer by day. Also, I do public speaking on the side, speaking at college campuses. I talk all over the country talking about homelessness and policing, things of that nature. And also, my wife started a business 3 years ago, and I wanted to support her in that, so I put Dion Joseph on the back burner to pump my wife up and help her business off the ground. So a couple of days ago, my wife came and said, "Hey, Dion, you've got a voice, very opinionated, you have some opinions on things that are very important. It's time for you to get your voice out there and start talking again." And she believes in me. So because she believes in me, I have the love and encouragement of my beautiful wife. I'm going to believe myself, and I'm going to put this out there, Dion on Purpose. I hope you like, follow, and subscribe. Follow, and subscribe. And so this thing can get better, but it's not fancy yet. I had a guy who was supposed to come help me with all this, get it all fancy, but I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait on people. I want to start talking to you right now. So what is Dion on Purpose? It's me being the best version of myself. Well, I'm going to talk today about two important subjects. One of those subjects, very irresponsible, reckless policy or proposition being put out called Proposition 50 in California. Proposition 50 in California. Now, I know the rest of the country is like, what does that have to do with me? Because I actually see this happening in other countries, other states, if this is successful. And I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't do it. I don't care if you're a red state or a blue state. Okay? Let's talk about property. Gavin Newsom is putting forth Proposition 50. And what they're doing is they're exploiting the gerrymandering that's happening in Texas right now and people's hate and loathing of the president, right? He's exploited those two things to try to get you to vote against your best interest and take away your vote and give all your power to politicians. You gotta understand, California is a majority blue state. It has been for a long time. People always question, Dion, why are you going so hard against the Democratic Party, even when I was a Democrat? They're not the Democrats that I knew and loved growing up. They're different now. Until they get their heads on straight, you can't fall for politics. They even got Obama making commercials about California business. President Obama, respect and love. You need to mind your Chicago business, please. You're fine. You got your mansions. You got everything going for you. You got it good. Law enforcement existed long before slave patrols in this world. There were many forms of it all over the planet. Okay? That's just the truth. Okay? The idea of policing didn't start in the South, in America. As a matter of fact, the closest relation to American policing would start off in London, England. Okay? In Europe, right? Where they had constables and things of that nature. And then around 1829, a man named Sir Robert Peel became the father of modern policing. But we'll put a pin there. The first form of law enforcement in the United States of America mirrored what was happening even prior to Sir Robert Peel. 1638, the colonies adopted what's called the watch system. And they hired a bunch of drunk guys to get together and try to watch properties, watch out for the British. Later on, they hired more people and created a day and a night watch, right? That was 1638. 1638. What a penny then. Slave patrol began years later, I think 60 years later, in one state, South Carolina. They were created, and their sole job was to go out. First of all, manage the plantations, terrorize the slaves, and make sure they broke the slave spirit and kept them there and doing inhumane things, making sure they did slave things. That's what the slave patrols, their function was. Manage the slave plantations and treat people in the cruelest, most undignified, inhumane ways possible, right? To keep them subservient, right? To keep them in fear, to keep them from money to run. But guess what? Some slaves decided, you know what? This ain't for me. And they ran away. So slave patrols, they created slave patrols to go out and capture those slaves and bring them back. And of course, they would torture, they would maim them to teach the other slave a lesson that if you leave, this is going to happen. They would do just the most cruel, inhumane things. Just because they wanted to be free from the weight of the tangible, palpable, evil oppression that was going on back then. That's a true story. Okay? But they didn't investigate crimes. Slave holders didn't stop rapes, they didn't stop burglaries, they didn't do any of that stuff. They had one purpose, and one purpose only. Manage plantations, go out and capture slaves. And yes, they were able to cross state lines and capture slaves in the South. They were able to do that. But they had nothing to do with policing. That's 1704 in South Carolina. And of course, it did spread in the South. It did. Okay? That's slave catching. See what happens is, well, I'll get to that in a second. So go back to 1638. As the colonies, as time went on, colonies began to adopt a more modernized form of policing that was created by Sir Robert Peel in 1829. So the colonies actually built actual professional police forces, right? And as America spread it west, passing through the South, from the north to the south, passed through west. The first form of law enforcement in the Midwest and the West was the U.S. Marshals around the 1840s or 1850s and the Sheriff Department. Okay, that was the first form of law enforcement as America spread it west. Okay, as it got to California, my agency, which I can't mention here, was started in 1869, and other agencies as well were started around that time. I need you to ask yourself a question. Were there any slaves in California at that time? Have there ever been slaves in California? Were there ever slaves in Utah, Arizona, Montana? Were there ever slaves there? No, absolutely not. These states, as the policing moved west and the country expanded west, adopted same principles from the colonies and they professionalized and modernized. As it traveled, it did not go through, adapt, or evolve from slavery.
Right. Yeah. Here we go.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Cool. Oh,
What?
Why don't you ever talk to me anymore? When you were little, we were such good friends.
More than that.
It doesn't mean you can't talk to your mama. It makes me feel so distant, like a parent. I don't like feeling like that. So, how's your girlfriend? Is she still planning on going to Selma?
Yeah, she's still going to Spelman. I'm gonna be right across the way at Morehouse.
And you're gonna come live with me over the summer before you go? You think I worked my ass off through college to see you still living down there?
I was kind of thinking it'd be better if Brandy and I drove down there as soon as school let out. I'm gonna live with the parents, get jobs, and maybe find an apartment together.
You're gonna live together? I don't think you should do that your first year. You should be married before you live together.
I was thinking about that too.
See, once you get down there are gonna be so many dirty panty girls running around at school, you ain't gonna know what to do with yourself. You're only 17. You don't even need to be thinking about getting married now. Why not see the world first?
What's wrong with being us seeing the world together?
Do what you want. I just don't want to see you end up dropping out of school having to take care of a baby and all.
What do you mean, like you and Dad?
Yeah, like me and your daddy. Things change when a baby comes into the picture. You call yourself loving this girl? Do you?
Yes.
Then you had better let her get her education. And you get yours.
I'm sorry. Sorry about the brother there. Yo, try it. They can't come out now. What's up with you? What's up with me? What's up with you? What you get ready to do? They gonna get ready to do. I think you're gonna go do something very stupid, something you're gonna regret there, and I don't think it's gonna make you feel any better. If that's what you think, you're wrong. It's not gonna make you feel better. Come in, feel a lot better. Darren, it's not gonna make you. Come here, man. Darren, that's what they want you to do, man. What the fuck is that? Come here, man. I think you're gonna go do something very stupid, something you're gonna regret there, and I don't think it's gonna make you feel any better. If that's what you think, you're wrong. It's not gonna make you feel better. Come here, feel a lot better. Darren, it's not gonna make you. Come here, man. Darren, that's just what they want you to do, man. What the fuck is that?
Hmm.
Shopping Kansas is an idiot. We just witnessed this man ruin his public reputation, destroy his relationship with his co-host, and destroy everything he's worked for in the last couple of years, all over a lie. Rashad McKenzie is already the biggest laughingstock in this new niche of ex-NBA players doing podcasting. But I don't think anybody expected this level of clown shit, even for Rashad McKenzie standards, that we witnessed this week. This entire scandal started with former NBA players sitting on the podcast discussing their draft process. And one former NBA player, Darren Williams, talked about this one workout he had with Rashad McKenzie.
Yo,
What's up, man?
And
chilling, man. Got some of the fucking best sleep I done had in a long ass time today, man. I've been having like a lingering toothache for like the last couple weeks. And it'll like come and go kind of.
Oh,
And I went and got some fucking pain meds and some antibiotics yesterday, man. And that shit killed that shit totally. Shit. Yeah, I guess usually when you got a toothache, you either got a cracked tooth or an infection. You know what I'm saying? Toothache cracked, so I had a fucking infection. That shit, like it being gone, I didn't realize how bad it was. You know, I kind of just got used to it. You can't play with like a toothache and kill your ass, low key.
yeah.
Fucking around. What's good with you? What's good with your partner?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
shit.
I was watching that goddamn that fucking Destination little part of that, and I was sitting there watching, man. As I look at it, man, they kind of
I
like
don't,
did.
I'm just talking about what you said. Destination.
Yeah, Smokehouse Destination barbecue dude.
Oh yeah. Okay. Tenderism.
Yeah, they saw a weakness and just kind of like said, you know what, hey. And the thing is that, man, they don't want to admit the fact that that guy was a hell of a promoter for their company, but they didn't see him as really a promoter. They just saw him as a gesture. They thought their food was bringing people to their place. They don't realize, man, that man barbecue you can go get anywhere. Some of the best barbecue is down at Rallo's in the corner on Kings Highway in Northern at 2 o'clock in the morning. The same dude. I mean, but if it's a place that everybody meeting at, and you know what, man, you consistent. Hey, let's go here. Man, nobody want to pay no $60 for no fucking 3 pieces of brisket. But they'll do it if it's consistent and you can get it. You can say, yeah, it was good. Or $6 for a half a slab of ribs.
I mean,
Man,
like
everybody know a guy, man. Everybody know a guy can burn. I've never tasted any barbecue better than mine. Never. And I do enjoy good barbecue, but I've never heard anybody say, man, after having my barbecue, they had better. I get the same damn look like, damn, man, this is good as hell. Like, damn. And they start thinking like, damn, this is free? Damn. I've cooked barbecue, man, and somebody take all of it home. Like, all of it home, because I only eat it. Now, I know I talk shit, man, but what my point of this here, that guy Walt was a selling machine, and he sold that company to the people. To make somebody fly from out of town, man,
that's some new shit.
Huh?
That's some new shit.
Yeah. Well, no. That's normal. That's normal.
Yeah.
That's wrong. What's that dude in fucking Fort Worth? Aaron, like the Godfather barbecue.
The who?
The little young dude. He was young when he first started doing it, man. Like the Godfather barbecue. Like everybody says, his shit is unbelievable.
All
But,
like flying out to go get your hair cut and how long you come out here to get your hair cut.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's like a thing now. It wasn't like that before.
Flying out and flying chicks out, flying out here and going out to dinner out of the country. Yeah, just kind of like
it's a social media construct. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, man, look what I did. You get to actually, man, you gotta tape it. You gotta film it.
Yeah.
It was always being done by the rich. But now people like, man, I'm rich too. Yeah, okay. And people don't care about, man, dying with money. See, America had this thing, man, a flex was dying with a bunch of money. Dying and having a whole bunch of money. You ever see somebody like 80 years old and saying, they invested in stocks at a very young age? Like you 84.
But hold on. But back on the tenderism thing, I think it was a situation like this. Hold on. Damn it. That's all it is, man.
What's that?
Oh, you can't hear it? The audio ain't playing?
No, them play.
Oh, let me fix it. I'm stripping. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Damn, the whole time I've been playing. Damn, I'm glad you came on.
You are crackheads, children.
That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm on the white guy side. Look, he had a restaurant.
Gotcha.
The black man came around and she gave a nigga a chance.
No,
hold on. Hold
on. Back up. Let's stay true to what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He had a coffee shop. He didn't sell barbecue.
He had a business. Okay, cool. He had a
a
business.
still a coffee shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
The black guy came across this guy.
Okay.
Now this black guy, man, had a talent. He like, man, I don't sell.
Wait, hold on. Let's slow walk this though. All crackheads are very talented.
All right, hold on, hold on. Let me stay with me.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. But aren't there some exceptionally talented crackheads?
It's very, very exceptional. People that do drugs. A lot of times, man, people that step out of they square are usually the most talented in life. Whether
It's a very. I'm talking about. I'm sure another thing. I'm sure it's more of a general thing, but crack in particular. There's an unreasonable high percentage of very talented individuals.
LSD, crack, cocaine.
Let's just do crack. I don't know all that other shit.
All right, crack and talented. So
Okay.
the guy had a business, a coffee shop,
Mhm.
and they crossed paths. And he said, "Man, what to make your business do, man? Why don't you sell some barbecue, man?" And dude was reluctant to do it because he didn't know.
Why?
You gotta let me finish, man.
Why was he reluctant?
You gotta let me finish though.
No, I don't. We're having a conversation. Why was he reluctant?
I don't know. He didn't say.
Crackheads, children.
All right. Okay. So he's reluctant to do it. And he said, man, he's like, no, man, let's just go let's go to Home Depot and buy a grill. We ain't gotta have a kitchen in here. We just have a grill in the back. He said, man, he made rib. I mean, he cooked I think a brisket or ribs or something like that. I think he said he cooked some chicken. He said, man, we now here's where it gets tricky at. He said, yeah, man, we both sold out. Now,
how do crackheads sell out something?
One of them gotta be good on the sale. And now I'm doing what you're doing, and speculating. And he did say, man, the ribs were unbelievable. And I sold chicken. Instantly, he's adding himself into the equation like it was both of us. But you said you never barbecue.
I paid for everything.
Well, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna tell you in a second about who paid.
Come on,
okay,
man.
I'm gonna tell you in a second who paid.
You're taking the real life out of it, though, man.
You know, it's documentary, all right?
Okay.
So,
I can produce whatever I want to, but I know drug addict mentality, and I know how to motherfucker, and I know a motherfucker be, yeah, man, we can do this and we can do that. And then, motherfuckers did this and did that. He showed and proved he could really do it. Okay, cool. He probably sold out. I paid for it. You knew how to barbecue. Yeah, we did this.
Now, he was reluctant, and they went ahead and sold barbecue. Now, they started selling barbecue, right? Mm-hmm. Now, under Walt's kind of like supervision, because the other guy couldn't barbecue. But all of a sudden, now this is where you come in at. You leaving
that out. You leaving something out though. Leaving something out though. Like,
what's that?
Okay, under Walt's supervision, right? I feel you, but it takes a whole lot before you can put that meat on the grill. That I'm sure Walt wasn't involved in. Buying everything, blah blah blah, making sure customers treated right, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like to get him the drug thing, man, is huge.
Okay, man. I you hate the crackheads and you don't respect them. I get it.
I ain't say that.
Okay, well, I see we keep going back to it because we already established that, man. There's a possibility these guys are drug addicts.
Because why would we take out why would we deny what's probably the biggest thing that's going on here?
We're harping on the crackhead, and we didn't get through the conversation. Are we understanding he was crackhead?
Because if you have a drug problem, it's intertwined in everything.
Okay. All right. So now, okay, I can tell you what. So the crackhead, so the crackhead.
You call him whatever you want to, but all I'm saying is we can't deny that lifestyle and how it intervenes with everything.
So the crackhead lifestyle was involved, and he was kind of like, man, mentoring him and actually barbecuing, and he admitted to it. But then this is where it gets tricky at. The drug addict lifestyle guy stopped answering his phone call for about a month.
Mm-hmm.
And in that month time, that guy, the other guy, went balls to the wall, learning how to barbecue. And finally, after a month, he picked up the phone. Now he says that I had a big family problem I had to deal with. But you know what? All roads lead to one place, it looks like, man. But okay, but that's neither here nor there.
It's
So now,
here. Why is it not here nor there when it's here?
because man, we already passed it, but we don't understand. It don't
We're
matter.
not-
It don't
Hold on.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, hold on. I don't just do this, your cousin or something. What I'm saying is this. Okay, we going with your timeline, right? You come around, we do the thing, we make some money, right? Then
Right.
we trying to build something because we saw it worked and we saw so we had a market for it.
Right.
Okay, you end up missing for a month. We made
Right.
this money, and now you got some money, and
Right.
now you missing for a month.
Right.
So now the thing that we supposed to be doing together, I'm stuck out here, and I gotta try to supply these people when this is your part of what we doing. Okay,
Right.
I'll take the time and I learn how to do it myself.
Right. That's where we are right now. That's the part of
And
the
then you
story.
come, and then now you dusted and disgusted.
No,
and now
no,
you coming back.
no, I never said that. I never said that.
I don't care what you
I just
said. That's
said-
how drugs work.
I said after 1 month, he finally started picking up the phone. So now he came back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, this guy can barbecue as well.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets tricky at, right here. It was still just a barbecue place that sold barbecue locally. But then now the guy that's back went into full promotion mode on the internet, promoting day in, day out. Coined the term tenderism and all this kind of
You
stuff.
think was right,
which
but
man-
like,
which man-
let me ask you a question.
which like-
I'm raising my hand in class. So hold on a second. Who you think like made the YouTube accounts and monetized them and did the social media shit? Like, you think Walt was back there with a phone and a computer, like making sure everything was monetized and all this shit, or you think he was just in front of a computer, kind of doing crackhead shit in front of the camera, dancing, dancing for a rock type shit?
Let's say the guy did, okay?
Oh, okay. Let's not leave out let's not leave out what the fuck he done.
Okay, so now as this guy, man, blowing his account up, blowing the restaurant up, and becoming an actual media sensation, man, people start piquing interest in it, and now people are saying, "I gotta check this place out." Now, mind you, all the time, people are under the impression that, hey, this is this black guy restaurant, man. This is black guy restaurant. Now, I had started looking at this restaurant maybe like a year ago, but they ever been in business probably at least 3.5 years. But I just kind of looked at it because I just saw, we're like, man, look at this hate. Because I kind of thought he was hating on Les Barbecue, Candy Reds. And the reason why I followed Candy Red because he on that red St. Louis hat. But then all of a sudden, guy was kind of like, man, talking about Black Diamonds. I'm like, man, you copying Les Barbecue. Well, Les Barbecue was saying Candy Reds and this kind of shit. Anyway, the Black Diamond thing kicked off. And it started growing on this social media. But everybody that didn't follow him kind of thought, man, hey, it was this white guy's business. I mean, it was the black guy's business. And then they started talking like, man, it ain't his business. From the find out, I'm like, man, it was always a white guy's business. It was always this white guy's thing. This black guy was just actually promoting for him. That's all it ever was. I mean, if you follow the business, you start, man, they had a bunch of more cooks and a bunch more items. It transitioned to something else. But the food still actually spoke for itself.
Yeah, but
So, man,
okay. Hold on. But somebody had to hire those people. Somebody had to expand the business. Somebody had to take that risk. Somebody got to pay. Why the fuck I can't talk too?
No, because you're not letting me fucking finish.
You got a personal attachment to this guy?
I'm trying to say, man, that Walt deserves some kind of thing. I'm just telling the story how I led up to it. And what I'm saying is, man, that
you leaving a lot of shit out.
Anything less. What I'm saying is this right here. That, man, it probably been a good idea for them to say.
It bothers you to hear that the white man did something too?
No, that's why.
You don't even want it mentioned?
It's not like you just like I'm trying to say, man. I'm just telling the story what happened.
You leaving out a lot of real shit.
You keep trying to include me. Oh, you're a crackhead. He spoke. Okay, man. We already established that.
I just said it was a lot of shit. Hold on. Don't lie
right
on
here. What I'm saying is that, man, I think, man, it would have been their best interest if they would say, man, you know what, man, it's starting to kind of like do a change and turning point. We may start focus on. We might want to start focus on, man, you coming on board as either a spokesman or give you an actual position in the company.
Why?
Because man, people are thinking that you are the company, the face
That's
of
why
the
you don't
company.
want to. That's why you
Man,
keep
it's
stopping
like,
me.
man, when Urkel,
When I include the
put me
real
on the
shit.
show,
Well, we
he
talking
came
over
on
each
his
other. Can't
show.
nobody hear nothing. But
You said what now?
so we keep talking over each other. Can't nobody hear nothing. But so
Well, you
and I
decided,
see
man,
and
you
I
decided to
see
keep beating down
see
that
when
man. You
I
respect him more
hold
than
on,
everything.
slow down. I see when I interject that you're not going to stop. So I'm gonna let you tell your story, and then I'm gonna tell the truth. And so continue.
Okay.
Tell me this
Okay.
fantasy nigga shit.
Okay. So I think, man.
And tighten it up, nigga. Because I ain't listening for an hour now.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, counting your mind, man, for 6 times fucking 5,
You
3,
wasting your
4,
time
1.
now.
So all I need is about fucking 45 seconds if you stop interrupting. So man, someone on the line, man, people start thinking like, damn, man, this guy, the white guy, man, is treating the black guy wrong, which he never was. It was always the white guy's company, but they just came in on the end of it, assuming that it was fucking Walter's company, which it wasn't. He was just a fucking person that worked there, basically an employee in the fucking company. But you start noticing, man, in the video, the white guy starting to be known. Hey, man, he's just a worker, and I'm kind of like offended by it. Did you guys act like I'm not, doing my part? Hey, man, no one said, no one. That's your ego. Walter's your fucking employee, man. If you want to keep your company going, doing well, dog, uh, have Walter say it or address it. But man, they rolled on with the story, and he actually, man, started speaking on it on behalf, like he ain't really he's nobody in the company. You shut yourself in the foot, man. You shouldn't have done that. You should have let Walter come out and say, "Hey, man, I work for this guy right here. He brought me into this business." And go ahead. You there?
I'm there. I was make sure I'm giving you the full, Okay. You leaving out that when the things like it's so much real shit that gotta happen, like insurance, taxes, buying equipment, insuring equipment, hiring people, payroll, human resources, health insurance. All of these things got to be organized, paid for, set up. They take time, intelligence, all type of shit to make sure that it's done properly. It's probably been so many nights where walked and fucked up, getting high. And I don't know nobody that's dealt with that drug and ain't been fucked up, getting high. They made some big mistakes, did some bullshit, fucked up, getting high. And the white man ain't telling them stories. And I think the white man should be congratulated for not telling them stories. Walt know them goddamn stories. That's why Walt was acting the way Walt was acting in the beginning. Because Walt know those goddamn stories. Walt know goddamn well that he shouldn't be no partner in no fucking business when all he did was cook a goddamn rib and dance in front of the fucking camera. That don't get you no fucking partnership. And why would the white man put his employees, and his family's future in the hands of a goddamn crackhead? No, man. Walt started hearing motherfuckers talk that shit. Walt believed the hype, and now Walt is on what Walt on, and we're gonna see what happened with Walt. Is he gonna be fucking Pookie, or is he gonna be fucking not Pookie? I'm sorry, I'm betting on a nigga being Pookie. The nigga look like he's still drinking and shit. If he's on some straight up sobriety shit, that'd be one thing. But the nigga still got them cognac brandy eyes. And all I'm saying is, if I was to meet somebody, I got the shit, and I meet a motherfucker who got some particular talent, but I got the means to put the muscle behind the hustle, and the hustle blow up. Yeah, if it's like a normal person, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we may work something out or whatever, but if you got a crippling drug addiction, and I'm not even saying somebody who didn't like had problems in the past, man, it's probably so many instances where Walt been on some bullshit and old boy had to bail him out or overlook it or get past it. I ain't know about that month of missing shit. Ain't no family problems that last a month when you're in the middle of starting a business. He was on a fucking, he was on a drug, he was fucked, he was on some drug shit. Can't blame, I'm on the white man's side. And niggas is hyping this motherfucker up. And I hope he does well. He'll get some money in his fucking pocket. And if the person that's managing him is not managing him like he's a drug addict and managing him like he's just a normal person, this is gonna have a bad outcome soon. Can't leave. You just can't leave it out. And the white man did all the real shit that counts. I'm sorry, man. Tap dancing in front of a camera and people happen to attach to it. That's lightning in a bottle. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man, it don't work without no foundation, man. I don't know what you got, man. But shit, man. All it takes is one motherfucker to say hit this shit.
Don't change that narrative, man. Keep saying what you're saying. Don't come in and say, man, that I'm rooting for, man, because I'm not. Don't make me either no difference either way. I was just ask you, man, when I looked at it and what happened. That's all I did. Say, man, how it actually transpired. Not that, man. I think Walt deserves some kind of interest in the company, or he. Or
you said that. You just said that actually.
No, that's what you heard.
No, you said no. You just said in your thing that the white guy should have been talking to him about making him partner and making him a part of the company. You said that's where he messed up. That's what you just said.
An actual position in the company. What he actually do? I mean, were you gonna be the mascot? Be the mascot. If you're gonna be actually spokesman, be the spokesman. But tell me what you are. But man, I said Walt should have been actually, man, telling people what he was. Because people was under the impression that it was Walt company. Walt should have been like, man, this is not my company. That's my employer. Now, for tenderism go, man, that if that's his term, man, don't try to steal that man's term.
I know it's mine.
Huh?
If you're every company you work for, right, and you sign paperwork or whatever, like what you come up with, they own because you work for them. That's not an unprecedented practice. Like if I invest in teaching you how to do this job, and then you come up with an innovation that's associated with this job, you can't just run away with the innovation when I invested in your foundation to even be able to have the innovation. And so normally, like when you sign contracts and shit, even with jobs, if it's something related to this job and you create something that's mine too because you work for me.
That's kind of different right there, what you're saying.
Okay.
Let me elaborate. Let's say, for instance, man, let's say we never heard the word skepticism, right? Because it's kind of bound to tenderism, skepticism. And you kind of like, man, came in with that term already, right? And you come work for me, right? Skepticism. I'm like, damn, it get catchy and it catch on. And I use it, man, and you kind of like, I don't really use it. You use it when you promote my company. Skepticism. I never use it, but you use it, but it's catching on really well. I get my own thing. Chico's, whatever. But you skepticism. And it catches on, and everybody starts saying that shit, and it's catching on. And then I go and say, hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and patent that. Now, I decided to go patent it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'd probably be a good idea if I go through you first. The reason for that is because when I come to a patent office, the first thing they're going to do is say, does anyone else have this? Does it belong to somebody else? Then they're gonna try to reach out and see if anybody out there is using that, if it's theirs, because they will have the first opportunity to patent it. It ain't like the old days when somebody said, damn, that's a good idea. They don't even realize it and run and go patent. No, patent office is gonna try to reach out to, they're gonna try to reach out to anyone who has that's theirs. Make sure there's nothing illegal going on.
You think
once they find out,
you think walking tight?
And once they find out, if somebody's, they're gonna give that person an opportunity to actually get that patent. Now you may not have the ends or the funds to patent it. So if that's the case, then you can't patent it. But if you get the ends to patent yourself, you patent it because it's only fair that it's yours.
Like, okay, so let's say, for example, you was like, damn, man, I'm gonna patent, I'm gonna do racial religion politics and shit, right?
They'll reach out to you first.
They're gonna do their due diligence and say, damn, this other dude been doing this shit for fucking 4 years.
They'll reach out to you.
And then and now we gotta have a conversation, right?
Right.
What you think Walt typing speed is?
I don't know what that means.
I'm asking the question. What do you think? How fast do you think he can type per minute?
Shit, I assume maybe 10 words a minute, probably. Shit, I don't know. I mean,
what I'm thinking is,
like,
hold on.
What
it means is that's some shit he been saying in the backyard probably for 10 years. I don't think that meets the threshold of a patent office. Now, if he had a website or something or an email, you know, if he had a presence talking that shit for 10 years, maybe, but not 10 years. But not 10 years on my social media that I created.
Yeah, but problem is that, man, what I just mentioned, they did do.
Yeah, I would do the same fucking thing.
Huh?
I would do the same thing.
You see, you did the same thing.
So I would do the same thing.
No, I'm saying they did reach out to him. The patent office did reach out. I think a lawyer tried to actually beat them to it. And sometimes you see patent pending. So I mean, a lawyer had it, and they reached out to see. He wouldn't have that's not, I don't think was the first one to try to do it. A lawyer tried to grab it, and they said, man, so that lawyer kind of like said, man, wow, I want to hand it over to Walt. And I'm pretty sure there's some kind of backyard deal where like, you know, man, you pay me later for it. But yeah,
if the white dude was on that and did that, I don't know how patent law works and all that shit, so I ain't gonna sit here and act like I do. But what I'm saying is, I would think I don't think it'd be cut and dry if he said, "Listen, man, this dude was an employee of mine. He was on my platform. You know what I'm saying? He was using a term describing the product that he's my employee, my shit. You know what I'm saying? He should be able to just run off with it because without what I invested in it wouldn't be even a thing. And all I'm saying is like niggas running around. I'm sorry, man. Like, I mean, I know this is a steal shot, and that's not fair to catch somebody in the steal shot. But look at this nigga, man. You got a beret on.
I can't see, man. I'm dissing from it, but I mean, what you're saying is what everyone's. What I'm saying, everybody, but everyone's saying like, man, you know, that hey, the same thing you're saying, other people are saying. Now, man, mind you,
I ain't heard anybody saying, "Look, dude, man, have you ever dealt with somebody who has that drug problem?"
Man, that drug, man, hit in the 80s. So man, we all got a family member and close family members that we saw that drug was from brothers, uncles, to cousins, to mothers and fathers. We've all saw it. So we know what happens, man.
But hold on. But see, a lot of people, and you're a little older than me, so it might be different. You see what I'm saying? In my specific generation, like I didn't grow up where none of my friends ended up started getting high or nothing because we were so removed from that. And then like you may have an uncle or somebody who do it, but you keep a distance from them to where you're not in the middle of it. There can be situations and, you know, whatever, where you try to deal with a motherfucker who happen to be, you know, in the middle of this shit. Man, if you got anything, if anything you have associated with them can affect your life, that part of your life is going to have a problem. And all I'm saying is, man, I just know, like, ain't no telling what stories that dude got about him involved in some drug use. And my thing is, I think the white boy should be applauded for not putting that out there. If it's and the thing is, of course, it's all like in a real way. This is speculation. You know what I'm saying? In a real way, this is speculation.
It's speculation, but
I think it's very, very reasonable speculation.
Here's what I find kind of funny. It's speculation. And you keep saying that the white boy he didn't put it out there, but see, he did.
He put out that Walt had a drug problem?
Well, see, the thing is, man, you speculate, man, that guess what? That he
did he put out there? Okay, go ahead.
You're speculating that he had a drug problem, right? So, man, for a person to say, hey, yeah, man, he disappeared for like a month. Hey, man, we know what you're saying. He was on the bench for about a month. So, man, when he say that, my you tell us that we kind of like, man, kind of was a speculating there was something going on. But when you say he disappeared for a month and had to take care of some personal issues, man, we know what you're saying.
No, that's not true. If me and you, okay, you came to visit and shit, right? Nigga, you disappeared for about 4 days.
Did it look like I had fucking white shit around my motherfucking mouth? My fucking
Exactly.
my eyes.
That's what I'm trying to say. If it don't,
now,
well,
if
hold
you-
on,
now,
hold on. Let me finish. Let me
okay,
finish.
that's
Hold on. I'm not gonna. Let me finish my statement. The point. That's the point that I'm making. If it don't fit you, nobody has that thought. When
Right.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you what happened with me. I saw the nigga, old nigga, whatever, shit like you drinking, motherfucker, or something, whatever. I didn't really think about it because this is such a trivial thing. But this view that I have is your fault, just so you know. Because you was like, shit, man, like everybody know that motherfucker getting high. And then I looked at him, I was like, oh shit, yes, I see it. Like if you were to see like a boy girl dude and you didn't notice it, and this might say, hey, look, that's a dude. And then you look and then you see it and you can't unsee it.
And but see, man, that's what I'm saying is, man, when he said he went away for a month to take care of some serious issues to take care of, you wanted to indirectly say, y'all know that motherfucker crackhead. So now you can't unsee it. Now I saw it immediately when I saw him the first time I saw him. I said, "Oh man, this is a fucking crackhead." Because a lot of times I play videos, man, and they're on mute. Because I can't have noise things like that, right?
Motherfucker smoking.
So I'm like, man, who's this fucking crackhead, man? We just good at looking food.
Cooking these ribs and shit.
So, but because man, it told a tale. But so man, when he said, "Hey man," he was gone for a month. I'm like, oh, you kind of like, man, trying to like take a little shot at him, take a little,
no,
try.
No. If you want to take a shot at him, he'd say, "Look, man, I ain't break that time he stole all the fucking all the barbecue pits was missing. I ain't talking about that time where the cash box went missing. I ain't talking about that time where he owed these motherfuckers and I had to go pay these motherfuckers $800 because he was under dope arrest. I ain't talking about when we were supposed to do this and this motherfucker was in the bathroom getting high and couldn't talk."
See,
what I'm saying is, I'm sure, I don't know, but go ahead.
But how they met? Do you know where they met at?
Shit, I don't know.
They met on a resort, on a fucking inclusive fucking a cruise, one of them like Carnival kind of cruises. So it's kind of like, man, he was living his life. Like I think he's one of those guys, man, that lives his life, but he indulged just a little too much. He's like one of the guys that like to have a good ass time, but unfortunately at the expense of doing himself fucked up. I think, man, we both know somebody that, man, that actually, man, is a great person to kick it with, but then you're like, man, that motherfucker, man, about to go have him a real good time.
No, it ain't even got to be that. It could be like, man, I'm motherfucker drinking, man, and
it could be a drink. He had a drink problem. You remember back in the day, man, when motherfuckers drunk on the weekend?
Yeah.
And went to work Monday?
Yeah.
So Friday afternoon, motherfuckers get fucked up, and then by Sunday night, the motherfuckers pass the fuck out, and then short work Monday, still hungover, but by Tuesday afternoon, they sober again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but it was like, man, that's what they did. You know, it was like, you know, we didn't look down on the motherfuckers. Like, man, they just fucking have a fucking ball. They fucking party.
It's true.
Cars come out. The jokes come out.
But see, the thing is, like, this can translate to anything. Because the thing is like, you know, people. I don't blame people who have like serious drug problems. I think they picked up something that they didn't understand. Even if they did understand, for whatever reason, they thought it was different for them, and they picked up something they can't put down. And if you know or been around or understand like what that shit do, or talk to somebody who was like, I really don't want to be like this, but ain't nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? But I hope that a person would have an empathy moment or a human moment and be like, man, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker really don't want to do this. This motherfucker really can't help himself. You know what I'm saying? And that and the thing is that if I made that decision to be loose with my decisions, this could be me. If you smoke a rock, motherfucker, that can be you, and that's just all it is to it. Motherfucker, not me, motherfucker. You know, when you do it, nigga, this can be you. Point being made is,
I think we all do it. We all say, man, it ain't gonna be me. We all do it, which is kind of fucking crazy. Now, there's certain things that become a lot quicker. Where there's a guy, man, driving 100 miles an hour, saying, I'm not gonna fucking crash. Or where there's a guy running through a red light saying, I ain't gonna
point I want to make. Because the thing is, like, I don't want to make it so associated with drugs because it could be. I got a cousin who, when he likes a girl, he don't give a fuck about nothing else but that girl, and he'll fuck you over every fucking time, and won't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's not no dope or no drugs or nothing. So it can be different things for different people. You know, people got their things. I'm just saying that.
We all get vices, man. But sometimes we
but some things.
think it's not gonna be us. Think it's not gonna be us.
Yeah, it's you know what I'm saying is that crack shit took down several generations of Black America. That crack shit took down some geniuses in the Black community. That crack shit took down. Who the fuck is tougher than Lawrence Taylor? That shit destroyed that nigga. The only point I'm making is that it's a very strong fucking drug, man. And it would be difficult for me to put anything more than an employee-employer relationship with a person who's having that problem. And if what he does happens to make things be great marketing and put us in a situation where we're making a lot of money and we can raise our prices, cool. So now I'm in a catch-22, right? Because the more money I give him, every time I give him money, he fuck up. Okay. So what do I do?
But see, this is where I'm saying, man, and I think you're not catching on to what I'm saying.
That's why I asked the question and you're ignoring it, but all right.
I didn't hear the question. I'm saying, what you said, what do you do? Well, man, well, we speculate that, man, that, you know, he had been doing crazy shit, which I don't know. But
it's very, very likely, right?
It's a big possibility that it could happen. But man,
it's super duper likely.
But what we do know is this though. There was a rally around him as assuming that he had more stake in that company than he did. And when they found out that, man, that he didn't have the stake they thought he had, and when they realized the owner was being adamant about saying that, you know, it ain't him, it's us and our food, he just kind of like, man, marketing. That same group of people that rallied around him have backed off, which has caused that company to lose a lot of money. So, man, what do you do? Do you say, man, like, hey, we got to rebuild our brand and go off our own name? Or do we kind of like say, man, we probably should have, like, you know, man, incorporated him into the company a little bit more, where it's kind of like, man, it's beneficial for both parties. Now, even if he's a drug addict or a drunk or whatever, we could eventually, you know, wean him away from the company when we had a foundation strong enough. But man, when they went cold turkey like that, man, that company went from a long ass line around the block to nobody in that motherfucker. So now the flex is, man, rushing to the comments to show a video of somebody going there on the weekend and nobody in that motherfucker. Now all the fucking superstars that was going up there and shit, now they all said, man, saying no, they don't go to that place. Now we're hiring personally. Now they find his ass out from fucking California. Where he's in California. Now he in Atlanta. Where people saying where he's supposed to be at.
And that's cool, right? That's cool. But like,
no, that ain't cool when you lost your fucking business.
No, I understand. But bullshit don't last and real shit do.
Yeah, that's very true. But can they sustain that? Because, man, they were raking in some fucking for real fucking business. And now you get fucking probably back with what? Damn near $500,000 in inventory sitting in your goddamn freezer with no customers. What do you do then? Man, we still got to pay
You
this
go
fucking bill.
you may have a, you know what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, well, what?
I ain't said everything gonna be sweet, but
You
what I'm
got
saying
somebody
is
paying bankruptcy if you don't meet them demands. Man, you still got
that's
to pay your
cool.
employees. You still
That's
got to pay your
cool.
employees. You still got to pay your
That's
vendors.
cool. I
The
understand.
lights are still on, and
That's
them
all.
seats are empty.
That's all good. That's all good,
Now,
right?
I'm not
But
saying it's good.
because you relax. I understand you're very passionate about this topic, man, and I'm gonna respect your passion, right?
I think
What
you're
I'm
more
saying
passionate
is,
than I am.
okay, this will be this will be cut from the live and put into a video, so like this is not a problem. And one day the people will decide. But what I'm saying is that I'm sure before Walt blew up or whatever, because I mean, looking at it, like I'm so not into this shit, but like just looking at here, this is a fairly big restaurant. This is a nice sized restaurant. This is a fairly big fucking restaurant, dude. Now, what I'm saying is, okay, I'm sure that pre blow up, that building was already built. I'm sure pre blow up, this restaurant was nice as it is now. So that means
No,
that he had a fucking. I'm sorry.
no, no. It was a coffee shop, and when they started selling barbecue, they moved.
Oh my goodness,
They
man, you're going way back. Hold on, man, because now you're talking crazy. Yeah, if you go back to the beginning of the situation, I'm saying before, this dude ain't been blowed up for no 5 years.
right, and they weren't there for 5 years.
All I'm saying is, so you saying that it was a coffee shop, Walt blew
Right.
up, this recent shit, this
Right.
tenderism shit. I just heard about a couple of months ago.
It's been going for a couple of years now, man.
What I'm saying is that okay, so the height of his fame was way before a couple of months ago.
Right. Not the height, but there was a movement. You gotta think about it, man. Sometimes, man, you come in like, man, everybody told me
You're
like,
moving the goalpost,
damn.
bro.
Okay, go ahead, keep going.
Because you're being somewhat pedantic on this.
Well, you can
I'm
go to their
sure.
website and look it down and
Hold
see
on.
what time frame.
I'm sure he had. I'm sure he had. She was a coffee shop. Him and Walt was cooking the shit, and he expanded from blah 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 blah. What I'm saying is that from when I came across this shit a couple of months ago, so I'm thinking maybe a year because online shit don't last like that. So I said, okay, maybe this nigga have been around a year or something. I'm sure he's been around, but I'm talking about at the height of his popularity and shit. What I'm saying is that I'm sure the nigga got a base group of customers from that community or from that area that's still gonna go there even though Walt ain't there. If the food is still good and blah 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 blah, I'm sure he got enough base customers to be able to keep the lights on. It seems like all this extra shit was an influx and a like, when did the Keith Lee dude go? That's the height of it. When did that dude go?
He went about 3 months ago, I think.
Oh, okay. So what I'm saying is 6 months ago, he probably had this building already, right?
Yeah, maybe even about 6 months ago. I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to. Is that the
Even
guy
for
that
six-
tried to give him $5,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't put the time frame in. It could be.
It seems like after that is when it got huge. And all I'm saying is, I'm sure this motherfucker got enough customers to keep the lights on. If the food is good and the price is reasonable, I'm sure he can keep the fucking lights on.
I hope so.
This nigga running around from city to city, dancing around and pulling bones out of meat. How long is that gonna last?
Nigga said, "Hey, pulling bones out of meat."
That's all he doing. I'm just saying, how long is that gonna last?
This nigga is a straight fucking. I'm talking about a straight conservative, right wing fucking.
Man, fuck you, man. No, nigga. Don't put me there. But see, this is what I'm saying. Let me tell you how you niggas ruin niggas, right?
That's all coming out. It's all coming out.
Let me tell you.
Put your head on, nigga. Put your red head on, nigga. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you how you niggas ruin niggas, right?
Go
Y'all knew goddamn, y'all knew goddamn, huh?
Say it with the hard ER. Don't fake it. Go ahead.
No problem. I'm trying, because it's actually correct. Let me tell you how you niggers ruin niggas, right? Y'all knew goddamn well some tap dancing nigga pulling a bone out of a piece of meat ain't own no fucking company. Y'all knew that shit. Now, shut the fuck up, nigga. You know that tap dancing nigga pulling a bone out of brisket. Don't know shit about no taxes. Does he look like he could do payroll?
Man, the nigga might have had his own company. We don't know what this nigga did for he did.
Nigga, do what? No, nigga, do what?
Hey,
look like
man.
he can do payroll.
Well, let's be clear. What you just said, man. Listen, 25 minutes ago, you said, man, that drug, man, fucked around some geniuses. Man, just because you did the drug does not really mean that, man, anything you did before the drug is erased. Nigga, if you was a business owner, a fucking a mechanic, a lawyer, a doctor, man, normally you still have those talents after the fact. The drug was, man, priority.
He a bone puller. That's his talent.
Man, the nigga learned how to barbecue somewhere. The nigga.
I'm not taking that. He's a world-class bone pulling motherfucker.
I guess, man, that right there.
That don't mean he can balance a checkbook. That don't mean he know Excel. You think Walt know Excel?
Hold on, man. We don't know if he was a business owner before that. Maybe, man, before that, man, he was this great business owner. Then when he touched that fucking crack pipe, man, or that bottle, all the stuff that he had prior to that, man, didn't mean nothing to him anymore. What meaning something else, man?
I agree.
What's my next move? Hey, man, Pookie was a motherfucking. Pookie was an undercover motherfucking informant before he started getting high.
I agree.
He was a baller before that.
I agree.
Matter of fact, his girlfriend was the prom queen before she started doing that pipe.
Now she's trying to prom thing.
Yeah, now she's trying to chicken.
He got shot. He got shot in the leg, and he started smoking rocks. I remember when Nino said. I remember his story.
Yeah,
hold on, no. But I want you to be honest. When you saw that nigga, hold on. Let's find one. Hold on, let's find one. Let's find some tenderness. Let's find some vintage tendernism. We'll find an old one. How old is this show?
Now the crazy part about that is, man, that anybody that barbecue, man, they know that that's not how a barbecue supposed to do.
Yeah.
You can't fucking have me falling on the goddamn bun. It's mush.
Hold on.
That's overcooked.
Let's check out Walt. Hold on.
This stuff for real. Then we got people all around me in the back. And what we do? Thing I'm trying to do. I just know. More than that, tenderism, destination. I'm telling you, one in the nation. Look at him.
Now, does that seem like a guy who knows Excel? What you think you think he's Excel proficient?
You just assume that the Armenian is Excel proficient? Why?
Well,
he sound just as bad as Art. Whoa.
Hold on, relax.
Nick sound just as bad.
Relax. We can pull up Nick and I'll let you know how I honestly feel. But if I'm sitting down and I see this nigga across the room doing this on camera, I'm not gonna hand him no account book and be like, hey man, I need you to fucking, do some Excel for me and shit. That's all I'm saying, man. Niggas knew this motherfucker was a bone pulling nigga, and they blew his fucking head up. The best thing for Walt to do was what the fuck he was doing, and maybe try to position some shit like, I don't know, a trust or something. And I know he old, so he can't wait for no money, because what I'm saying, nigga don't know when he gonna be dead. But it had to be some type of something. But the idea, the safest and most. Let me say this one sentence. The safest and most stable place for Walt is Destination Smokehouse.
Okay, that's what I was trying to tell you, man. I think, man, they should reach out to him and say,
wrong.
Huh?
White man ain't did him wrong.
That's why I said, man, they need to reach out to him and say, look here, man. You here, man, is an access to this company. But it ain't about just us. You a part of this company. But man, but it's still my company, and man, and I learned barbecue. Just had that conversation saying, hey man, like what are you trying to do here? If you want to go on your own, that's fine. Because man, he came out and said, man, I'm glad he had a conversation on his own. But man, one thing I can say is, you know what I mean, you think everybody rallying around him with the show. No, man, in that first fucking week, you know how much money they raised in their GoFundMe?
Chico,
Huh?
let's say right now you say, look, dude,
That's the question. That's the question.
I have no fucking idea about a specific GoFundMe. No, I have no idea.
How much you think he raised though? If you
No idea.
expect, man,
I don't know, 500,000. I don't know. The bitch called a little boy a nigga and got $1 million. So shit, I don't know, couple $100,000.
No, $20,000. So man, that goes back to man what you was kind of like saying, thinking like man, no, that man, they all know that man that this guy is like a fuck up. So $20,000, man, and somebody I think donated 10 of it. So man, you tell me, do the numbers.
For what?
Yeah, $20,000 and somebody donated 10.
Goddamn, that's fucked up.
No, man, we all know, man, how this story ends. So man, don't think for 1 minute that man, they're like, oh shit, man, yeah, he gonna get $1 million and fuck it up. No,
But see, y'all niggers did it though. Y'all did it to him. The white man ain't do it to him. Y'all did it to him.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, let's say right now, right? You say, look, dude, you know, I got some disposable income and shit, and I like what you're doing here. What the fuck you think you need to make this work? I say, shit, I need a fucking, I need a better computer and shit. I kind of need some just cash in the bank so that way I ain't gotta be working this bullshit job and I can focus all my time on this and blah 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 blah. I tell you the tools that I think I need to be successful. And you say, look, man, I'm gonna throw that on the card and I'm gonna ship that to you, right? And then all I know is talking shit. And you say, look, man, I'm gonna hire a social media manager, man. It's gonna teach you and you know what to do and how to do it and blah blah blah. I'm gonna hire somebody to set up all the shit so we make sure we get the most, you know, visual, get the most engagements where motherfuckers see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spend some money with this motherfucker and they're gonna get you 2 minutes on Fox News or some shit, right? And then it blows the fuck up. And then I come to you talking about, and then motherfuckers say, oh, I thought you was running all of this. I say, no, you know, I work for Chico, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. Because I know what the fuck you done. And I know this wouldn't be happening without you. And I'm humble enough and man enough to say, no, I'm the talent, this is the business. Right? And then but behind that, motherfuckers started talking shit. That St. Louis nigga ain't shit. It's all about Detroit motherfucking Pistons, nigga. Fuck the fucking Blue Jays, whatever the fuck team y'all got. The Cardinals, whatever the fuck y'all got. And then I come to you on some bullshit, talking about some I need this and I need that and need to be like this and need to be like that. You gonna be like, wait a minute, man. I didn't hire 2 or 3 other motherfuckers who can do the same thing you can do. I already got the infrastructure to make this happen. Fuck you. You gonna let these outside? Hold on, wait. And then in between that, I'm like, man, shit, man. I've been fucking off with them girls, man. I done fucked up all the money and shit. I need some money to pay my rent and blah 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 blah. Oh man, I was drinking all night. I got locked up. I need you to come to the Philippines and get me out. And you deal with all my bullshit. You invest everything, and then because some outside motherfucker started talking shit, now I'm gonna come at you sideways. You gonna be like, man, fuck you, nigga. I don't need you. Let the welfare feed your dumb ass.
I see what you're saying, man. But
that's the way I'm saying it.
We speculate, man, that you know what, man, that guy came, but even the guy Nick doesn't say they came negative. Even guy Walt doesn't say the guy Nick was negative. Only outsiders saying it was like this tension.
Well,
no, man, man, respectfully, that guy said, I'm proud of him. He went on for his own. He went on his own and trusted his own business.
Well,
man, they got this man now. Walt was like, man, you said what?
Well, the thing, I don't know that because have you seen this Ocho shit?
Ocho Cinco?
He went on.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. No, I didn't watch it.
Because the title say he got all the smoke for Destination Barbecue.
What do you
I know
mean?
that could be clickbait or something. I'm saying what the title say. Hold on.
Okay, hold on before you click on it. So man, the dude said, "Hey man, Walt, you still with Destiny?" He's like, "I ain't with Destiny no more. I'm with Tennism now." Man, and then he go into his like his crackhead kind of like conversation, but you can hear in his voice that he hurt, right? But he said, "Man, they should never, man, shit. It's all about Tennism. I'm going my own now." So man, in that brief conversation, you can see he hurt, man. But it was kind of like, man, it's almost like, man, he kind of went to him and said, "Hey man, I want more than a company, or I want this, I want that." And that's where it gets kind of like where like, man, it sound like you did want something that you didn't get. And that's where the guy
It's not like we had an arrangement, and the arrangement, whatever arrangement we decided on, it's been
try to
working out.
change it. Try to change it.
And
But man,
and I recognize, hold on, and I recognize that when situations change, there may be a need to do a renegotiation, right?
that's all I said right there. That's all I'm saying.
That's
And
not a
that
problem.
rene-
I ain't got no issue with that.
And that renegotiation, maybe it's not about money. It might be about merch. It might be like, man, you know what, man, maybe we can do a joint venture where you can, you know what, maybe have your own thing across town, or a food truck, where we have Destiny's food truck, and you can, like, you know what, travel a little bit. It could be a number of things, man, that they could
I understand.
because people were coming, and when I watched videos of people coming there, the lines would go crazy when guess who showed up?
They
When
want to see
walked out there.
yeah.
So now also, man, the traffic and on social media, I would look at, man, their videos, man. The videos would do way more when they show pictures of Walt. And see, man,
Everybody loves seeing
y'all,
a tap dancing, bone pulling nigga. I ain't got no issue with that.
man, but even with that, man, you say, okay, I see, man, he's the entertainment of he's our marketing, he's our entertainment, and he's making a lot of traffic. Man, you do like this, man. If your channel was blowing up, right, and your thumbnail, man, showed a picture of, man, a red MAGA hat, right? And every time you show a red MAGA hat, right, it'll do 10 times the amount of views.
If I gotta, let's put it in better terms. If I'm doing a channel and shit, and then when you pop on, my views go up, and we had an arrangement on how we was gonna do money and shit, and then next thing you know, like, you're kind of the talk of it. It's my platform, but you're the draw. At some point, you say, "Look, man, huh?"
The Urkel, the JJ, and it's understood. We renegotiate, and everybody play a part.
And if we both being reasonable motherfuckers, that shouldn't be a problem, right?
That I agree to. Now, only difference is
hold on a second. What I'm saying is that when that dude went up there and all of that shit, they say he can close a restaurant with his review and all that type shit. It seems like it blew up fast. Like, it seems like it blew up a lot faster than whatever they was at. And I think he immediately was like, I believe at first he was humble and he was with it. But he listened to you niggers, and he believed what you niggers was talking about, and he went on some hard line shit.
Okay, let me tell you what I think will actually happen though, man. This is where, man, if you gonna you can pat yourself on the back. No, matter of fact, pat yourself on top of the head for me. Take off your hat and pat yourself on the head. So that dude, man, wanted to give Walt $5,000, right, as a tip. They kind of like, man, said no. He like, where he at? Like, no, they didn't want to go get him. They didn't want. They said, man, since he could, they said, man, you can give it to us and we'll split it. And then he's like, and if that's the case, when we only wanted it all, we didn't want it at all. They wouldn't take the money because, man, he couldn't, because they couldn't take it. Some to the point, man, they didn't want to give it to Walt, right? And I think that's what the friction is, because, man, Walt probably like, you trying to tell me I could get high last night, motherfucker? He's gonna give me 5,000. Y'all talking about I deserve it, motherfucker? I'm out here doing this tap dance, and I can get my 5,000, and that was the friction.
You can just motherfucker $5,000, motherfucker. We gonna see him for a week.
Exactly. So, man, that right there was the beginning of that friction. But see, man, I thought, man, with no big deal. I think like, man, y'all trying, man, create friction, trying to give him $5,000, man. Why trying to give him $5,000? You could just fucking wait till you could set in the parking lot and wait till he come outside. you want to
Well,
hand it to him. But the thing is,
well,
he didn't want to hand it to him on camera, which is also
well,
kind of crazy.
well, and the thing is this too, right? The thing is this too. Like, if you, I'm not gonna take away from a nigga tap dancing and pulling bones and teaching a nigga how to barbecue, right? I ain't taking away from that. What I'm saying is so much other shit that's involved for it to be where it is. That's way a bigger thing than tap dancing and giving a nigga a recipe.
Well, man,
What I'm saying,
that right there, man.
hold on, just let me finish my point. Motherfucker come with the 5 Gs, right?
Right.
You as the owner got to look and say, damn, there's a hostess sitting right here. There's all these waiters sitting right here. There's motherfuckers in the back. One ain't cooked a rib in 5 years.
Yeah, but
And it's
well,
like, God damn, man. Like, I don't want this to, the rest of my people gonna be like, God damn, man. Like, shit, we didn't get 5 Gs. Like, oh, he get 5 Gs. We know what the fuck he gonna go do with it. We the ones, like, the little guys is the ones that's actually making this shit work.
yeah, but you think
What
they
ain't
don't
back there on
find-
no goddamn grill no more? That motherfucker smoking
Yeah.
rocks and dancing.
But do you think he did came out there, man, just because?
Hmm?
He came out there because, man, he was under the impression that he was coming there for walk.
Yeah.
So, man, keep the narrative going, man. Now, of course, it's not Walt restaurant, and you wanted it to be known as nice restaurant. That's fine, man. Man, you know me. Do you know how many fucking companies, man, are ran, man, by a ghost?
I don't think that's
by what's called invisible partner. And come to find out, man, that the person you thought was in charge of the company wasn't in charge of the company.
Wait. Now, slow down. For one, with the 5 Gs, right?
Right.
If you dealing with me, man, and you know I got that problem, you know what I'm saying? I would hope that if you gave a fuck about me, you'd be like, no, man, I don't really. He don't need 5 Gs at one time, and you know that if you don't say nothing and he give me the 5 Gs, and then later on you talk some, hey man, I need that 5 Gs. I'm like, man, fuck you. You know that's gonna that's gonna be the interaction afterwards, and at that point, there's really nothing you can do to enforce taking the 5 Gs.
Now, hold on.
Hold on,
Okay.
I want to address that, but I got another I want to address too. But go ahead.
Say that part again. What was my question?
No, I said I got another point I want to make, but if you want to address this one, we can address this one.
Make the other point.
The other point is, if I'm the owner of Smokehouse Destination Tender, right?
Right.
And you saying like, okay, well, nigga, you could have played it like Walt own it and be like a silent owner or whatever, like just stay off the social media and shit and let it appear the way people let it appear however people want to take it.
Right.
Yeah, but like, what if I want to fucking like maybe sell this shit to a conglomerate or something, and they think it's in the hands of a fucking crackhead? If I show, hey, no, this tap dancing bone pulling nigga ain't the owner. A stable, reasonable motherfucker is the owner. He's the bone puller.
When you start selling businesses, man, they ain't trying to buy a business off of social media. They gonna do their research. They do business research and find out exactly who's who and who was what. So I get what you're saying, but let's be realistic.
Overall, it ain't a good look though. The idea that some bone pulling motherfucker is, come on, man, we gotta be for real out here, man. The motherfucker can barely, he can't even communicate reasonably. You know, come on, man.
But man, the guy said something, man. Walt is my brother, my brother, and they got these videos of them starting the business off, and this is how it's gonna be. It's almost like, man, the crazy part is that it literally looks like, man, they were selling that they was business partners. They were literally acting like they were business partners. I'm like, man, wait a minute. Y'all build a brand as if y'all was building business partners. And the whole time you wasn't. No one said you was business partners. Y'all said it first. Y'all said y'all was business partners. So man, everybody assuming that you had this Armenian guy, man, in a joint business venture.
Well, nigga, you said he should have did what he already did then.
What's that? Say what now?
You keep changing the fucking story. You saying he should have did something that he already did?
What you mean?
You said he should have just let it seem like what was the owner or business partner.
If you didn't cut me off, you heard me when I said all of a sudden now they start doing videos, man. He literally let everybody know he's not really that important. And I'm even a little jealous. This guy here.
I ain't never get that impression where he's saying this guy's not that important.
He said it. Well, no, he didn't say that important. He said, you know what, people are acting like, you know, this guy is people are less important, but it's kind of like he said, this guy is more important than me. This guy, and he pointed at himself. And you can see Walt kind of quiet, like, and then you can see Walt almost going in another
white
video.
dude's
Walt,
name?
huh?
What's the white dude's name?
Nick. So you can see, man, Walt says, man, this place, man, has a main recipe. And that recipe is Nick. But he looked like he been humbled. Like, motherfucker, I'll fry your ass. Fuck is your problem?
With each other. He's the only reason why this place does barbecue. He's the original pitmaster, recipe maker, everything. I owe him everything. That's why he became a partner. When I took over the cooking, because
he gave his own partner when he came up with stuff. I want to be like me. I want to be better than me. So he got this. It's called Bristol.
Man, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, Chico.
What did he say now? I didn't hear what he said. It was too quiet. What did he say?
No, I'm just saying, man, look at this nigga. I ain't even seen this one. Man, I wouldn't trust this nigga to bring my change back from the store.
But what did they say though?
Man, fuck it, man. I don't even give a fuck. Do you see this nigga? Do you see this nigga?
Point your point or not proving your point?
Do you see this nigga?
No, I'm saying, is he proving your point or not proving your point? Because sometimes you just kind of like, man,
I don't
trying to talk
care.
about what he said.
I can't even hear what he's saying. Are you able to see this video?
It's kind of small. Hold on. Oh, let me go to a different. Let me go to a different.
Come on, man. Fuck no, man. This nigga gonna bring your change back from the store, nigga. He say, this is a nigga who say, hey, I'm about to run to the store, anybody need something? And you have him a 20 and say, hey, man, run back a pack of squares and shit. You just won't see that nigga no more. So goddamn, man, this nigga, no, nigga, no.
together.
And the biggest hater bros too.
4 years of
Hold on 1 second.
working with each other. He's the only reason why this place does barbecue. He's the original pitmaster, recipe maker, everything. I owe him everything. That's why he became a partner. When I took over the cooking, because
I hear that part. So is it a partner or not partner?
That term can be used in different ways, man.
The way you want to use it, huh? I hear you.
No, I'm saying like we can be partners, but that don't mean that we partners on the paperwork.
I never heard him say that before. We partners, not partners on money. We ain't taking the money. I don't know what that means.
We in this together. That's all being a partner mean. But that don't mean it's like that on the paperwork. He thought of being his own partner when. Get the fuck out of here. This dancing ass. This shit is embarrassing. I didn't know it was this bad.
took over the cooking because
This what we promote in the black community.
He gave his own power.
Hold on.
This nigga high. This nigga high right now.
If Denzel Washington flew a plane, he was drunk. What they got to do anything?
Man.
barbecue, he's the original pitmaster, recipe maker, everything. I owe him everything. That's why he became a partner. When I took over the cooking, because
He ain't want to tell him that part.
Why you take over cooking? Hold on, why you take over cooking?
What?
Why you take over cooking? He said, I took over cooking because of what?
Because and he said, fuck that. You ain't about to tell that part.
that's why he became a partner. When I took over the cooking, because
He became his own pilot when he came up with stuff. I want to be like me. I want to be better than me. So he got this and called Bristol. Booyah! Now what I'm trying to tell y'all, okay, you ain't gotta believe me. Stop that. You ain't got
Walt and I came together and we became.
Nigga, this is embarrassing.
Let's read
This is
comments.
embarrassing. Y'all, Keith got them explaining themselves. He stole his tenderism.
Go to
what
hold
is
on, go
definitely the shucking and jiving type.
hold on. Go to Destinations Nick Jealousy. See if that's come up. See if something like that.
Bullshit.
Type that in there. Destinations Nick Jealousy. Destination Smokehouse Nick Jealousy. See anything come up like that. Come on, yeah, let's see if anything come up.
This was 5 days ago.
They just grabbing old videos though. They just grabbing old videos. People now, you know how people go back and go grab on every fucking word.
He came out.
That's a white man who been around black folk, and how it appears to me is like he know he can't play it a certain way because niggas will be on some fuck you shit.
Oh yeah,
it appears he's being gracious as possible.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what's happening. That's why I said, man, you kind of like, man, need that black guy, man, because man, they gonna turn on you immediately, and you're not gonna abandon the culture because that's not your
culture is raping our culture.
Huh?
Your culture is raping our communities.
Yeah, basically. If you want to be honest, be put it true. Hey, scroll up. I want to see. Go back. I want to see something. I want to see this clown. Go back.
No, hold on. No, he about to play the video. Hold on.
And now we're gonna break this shit down.
Good morning. My name's Nick, and recently there's been a lot of conversations about Destination Smokehouse that don't fully represent our history.
No, go back to like he was at first. That's like the last video he did, because the business had dropped down. Scroll up. I want to see something. I want to keep going. Keep going. I want to go back when they were just kind of like regular cool. Go up. Keep going. Take it slow. Go up. Go up.
So I'm gonna go to the website and go to the old ones.
They're gonna sit. That's what I want to do. Go to the old ones. They're gonna sit them side by side. You see, you gonna do what now?
All nine came together.
So when I go to their site, they go to the old videos.
Say it again.
When I go to their website, they go to the old videos. You don't see just them two?
He started deleting videos, I think, too.
No.
No, anything.
That's their Smokehouse, Nick Jealous. I don't. All this shit is recent.
Keep going.
All this recent.
Yeah. Right there, I think. Hold on. Where Willie D? That one right there. Willie D.
Well, you don't really be playing video.
I got a couple of guests. I did not know who he was. No disrespect to him. Okay. Now,
well, I was kind of shocked when I found out. The way I found out was at the end of the podcast we were doing with Idi Amin. You know him from the Outlaws?
Absolutely. That's my boy. That's my dog.
Cool. So really solid. We were like 3 weeks out from planning it, and a lot of hiccups happened. We were so late in the day, but when we were doing it, we were just totally locked in. So I found out at the end of it was only 30 minutes too. It was a 30-minute podcast. So at the end, our head of security / host, Josh, came over. He was like, "Hey, Nick, man," it's like some guy came, and he was trying to meet Walt to give him a $5,000 tip. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird," because we've had like streamers come in, trying to like come in and get weird content. So we love the exposure, but we don't need weird exposure.
Walt boy, he like shit, nigga. I was about the biggest rock in the rock house.
he said, he said, nigga, you fucked my shit up. Look at that face.
So
And
he
that right
took
there was
it,
the beginning.
and he didn't know. That was another shocking thing. Me, my friend Walter French, who's off camera, and then one lady who was working that day are the only three people in the restaurant who knew who he was. And I was in shock. I didn't even know it was Keith Lee until like 15 minutes after I heard about the tip. So as soon as I got the idea, I started messaging him, and I went out into the parking lot trying to find him. I was hoping he was going to be at our restaurant when we were in Hemet in our original location. I know who he is. I'm a food guy, and I'm on the internet all the time. I do all our social media, so I'm well aware. And it would have been a great boost to us in Hemet, you know? I figured he just never came because the level that we're at now, he likes to help out businesses that need more exposure, you know? So, but I would have been, if I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done. But ever since I reached out to him, I've gotten zero response. I thought I was very respectful. From what I've watched from the review, it just didn't seem like he really captured what it's like when you come to this place. It's just disappointing that as popular as people can be on social media, people don't know everybody. You know, I'm in shock. We just went to Dallas, and you had to see it in person. Everybody came up to Walt. Not everybody knew who he was, but so many people came up to him. So there is this line where you're really well known, but it's possible some people don't know you. But we would love for him to come back, and we were really pleased with the review he gave of the Oxtail. And yeah, sorry, brother.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, look here, Mr. Willis. That's what we need to do. We need to set up a podcast. He's sitting in with us. Then that way we can clear all this stuff up. Look, I am, in a sense, a little older than you. A little bit, not much now. And so, you know, hey, I want to get it in over. Let don't be candy coated. Let's just sit down, gentlemen conversation.
Like his disjointed way of communicating, like the way his thoughts work, you can tell he you know what I'm saying? He started saying something, then it's, well, all right, and then go down another little path, and then like
Yeah,
he
this guy
get a little fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he talking about,
he been
man,
fucking
sit down
around
having a
for while.
conversation about barbecue. Dog, that's not what the conversation really about right now. It's just confusing. This can be resolved, man, with a phone call. Not y'all sit down and have a podcast. What are you talking about?
But he you know.
No, he way off his mark.
You
That
know,
dumb shit.
mix the Kool-Aid, something together, and we eat some of these oxtail. And then we talk about this here, because just misunderstand. It's 2026. We gonna clear everything. Now, in back, I want to let y'all know something. I lived too long.
Like Walt needs his own interview without Massa. I had that mentality when I first saw it, just to the optics of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit, white people usually doing fucked up shit. But I don't think that's the case in this case.
See, I originally had I originally was saying the opposite. Remember, I said, no, man, that this is a businessman. This guy, man, it's his business, man. This guy right here, man. Well, actually, that's because I was following it, but I knew that the guy Destination had his thing, and then Walt had thing Tenderism. So he had Destination with that little diamond shit, black diamonds was his thing. Tenderism was Walt thing. But the Tenderism started taking off way bigger than Black Diamonds. And see, originally when I started looking at it, I was like, man, they fucking copying less barbecue from the fucking golf balls. I mean, the black golf balls, red golf ball, candy red balls. I'm like, damn, man, y'all just fucking hating. Because this Walt guy, he was kind of like hating a little bit.
I don't know, man. It's you know.
You know on your right side over there.
Mm-hmm.
Will that move?
Yeah.
I was trying to see when they were sitting side by side, and he was kind of like saying, man, he was a little feel a little frustrated because Walt was getting all the attention, and it's not he's not doing it by himself. And that goes back to that tip. Like, man, how you gonna get this man a tip? He ain't the one back here cooking for real. That's how that kind of like came about. He kind of like said it right there.
In a way, man, like, and I about to pull it on like I did this and you didn't type shit. But like in a way, man, like that's kind of how restaurants go.
They do. I know that, man. But this is, and I keep using the word unique, but this is kind of like something different because, man, restaurants advertisement is not from one person. It's really from
I
like the
agree.
restaurant.
I agree, but see, like what I'm saying is this, right? You know, he get the $5,000 tip, and that shit all on the internet, and blah 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 blah. And then you know what I'm saying, James and Mike been back there on that fucking grill all fucking day long with all those people. They got to go home tired and dirty, and they didn't put in.
Right there is where the problem started. Right there.
And then tomorrow, when the white dude come in, they're gonna be looking at him like, man, what the fuck, man, we can get $100 like God damn, you know what I'm saying? And he got to deal with that, and walk out tap dancing and pulling bones and buying motherfucking stems and shit. And it's like, damn, you know, it's just, it's a responsible way to do things, but him doing like the responsible way to him doing what's kind of the right thing to do makes him an asshole.
Yeah.
Because and the thing is, from his perspective, his loyalty got to be to his staff, to where it's like, even if the internet get mad, or if you know whatever, to the people that's in the trenches with him every fucking day, he got to at least put it across like, I don't give a fuck about them, I give a fuck about y'all. He got to.
Yeah.
And it's a, I mean, don't get me wrong, my first impression of it was he the nigga marketing. The nigga didn't come to see y'all, the nigga came to see him. If he wasn't there, he wouldn't be there and give him the fucking money. That's like a marketing bonus. Like, I get all that.
Well, the thing is, man, and I kind of like said, man, remember I said, man, the restaurant stands on its own. The food is standing on its own. But then I started noticing something. The food ain't standing on its own.
Well,
it's going back.
The one video said it was still full after he gone.
No, that motherfucker was empty this weekend.
Dude, that was the first video we was looking at.
Go back to that first video.
When it showed the inside of the restaurant, it was full as fuck.
Now being full, but man, the line's still around the corner. Is it still a 3-hour wait to get in that bitch?
Well, maybe not, but so what? I think it was this one. Okay, this one showing is empty.
Free cash real quick before we get in the hardest. Y'all know how.
All right, so far, all I can say is wow, no line at all. So we'll see if this is let me go inside and see what the line look like inside. But yeah, every time I've came, it's been a line out there, and like all the way in that little area right there, which you can see. But let me see, and then even in here, there'd be a line. So this is how bad the line was getting. You can go all over there, but now 0 line.
Free cash real quick before we get in the hardest.
Hey man, and barbecue, man, is tricky, man, because if that shit ain't selling real fast, you can't like, man, cook all that shit, man, and like, okay, man, we'll sell tomorrow. No, nobody want old barbecue. So that shit got to sell out, because you get early morning and start queuing. And with the expectation, man, that people are gonna come, man, you cook all that fucking meat, you just wasted some expensive ass meat. For every brisket you don't sell, that's fucking like what, $405 you throwing away. Nobody want a 2-day-old brisket or a day-old brisket. They want a fresh fucking brisket that was cooked early that morning or late that night.
This one said it's still busy, so I don't know what the fuck.
We live in a day.
I don't fucking know. Like, so, and the thing is, okay, like lines hanging out the door, that's cool, that's great, but you can survive without that.
his wife Edna, and they were talking to my mom. And the next, the ribs and chicken sold out. Long story, even less long. We switched to a smokehouse not long after that. But he was the basis of everything we do. I did a lot of research on Texas style barbecue, especially brisket. So that's when we started going in a different direction, focusing on Texas style cooking. But we find a lot of the Southern style cooking that Walt knows, recipes, just me growing up, messing around with stuff with my family. But everything's been inspired by so many different things. I can't really take credit for it. It's destination. It's destination recipes, and
we trying to get out like a fat bag of cheese factory here in Dallas.
And like, what else can the white man do? He's showing them all kind of love. What are you supposed to do? The fuck you niggas want?
That's all we trying to do. Because, you know,
because she knew what the business was doing before I took it over. So for me, I wanted to see success right away. She was my cheerleader every day. So my mom was there with me every day, 7 days a week. It was just me and her and one or two other employees. So she was very strong. She still is. She's not here today. She's out of town right now on a nice vacation. But you know, and I only started doing that. I'm a non-social media guy. I'll be very honest. I don't hate it now, but what it's done to my life, I kind of sometimes I'm like, is it really worth it? But I was never on social media because I didn't want to be addicted to it. I didn't want to be on my phone looking for likes and comments and all that. But because a friend of mine, Juan Hernandez, he was actually working for a food distributor, and he's like, dude, he's like, you need to get on social media. Start posting on Instagram. And it took some time. But getting back to Walt, every time Walt has stepped away or he and I had, Walt and I, so first thing I want to say, this is very important. Walt
Hey
and I
man,
like,
step away. We're thinking just step
we
away.
definitely had ups and downs where we didn't always agree. And we were both, he was angry at me, I would be angry at him, and we've separated more than once. We came back together about 1.5 years ago because I just felt like Walt had so much influence on me even doing this. Anytime I would see pictures of him and me together, I get really nostalgic. I'm like, man, I miss Walt. Like, forget about what happened. Let's just start working together. So, did I call you or did you call me the last time we got back together? Was it?
I called you. I came by something. Then we had a thing at Winco.
Yeah.
And from Winco to that Cherry Valley.
Yeah.
From Cherry
Hey,
Valley
hold on,
to,
hey, pause.
Come on,
Hey
man.
man. Hey man, what do you think happened when they was arguing?
Man, that motherfucker came to the restaurant and all the copper was gone. What the fuck? I got your PVC around this bitch. What the fuck going on? You know, I took all the copper out the restaurant. Come on, man. You know what, nigga? I seen. You know what I seen, man?
What was that?
I got this is my great uncle, my grandfather's brother. That's your grand uncle, I guess, or just uncle, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
He lived on the east side of Detroit, right? And like I don't know why we used to hate going over there because every time we would always dread going over there, like we gotta go type of thing. But when we went, we always had a good time type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's my grandfather. My grandfather was the playboy, painter, drinker, don't really save money, you know, blah blah blah. His brother, Uncle Saul, was the responsible. He worked at Chrysler. He had the house paid for. He was the one who had the, money, and he was, you know what I'm saying, like that, right? The funny thing is like my grandfather's kids was the responsible ones. So my mom, my uncle, my aunties, all that shit, they was the responsible ones who worked jobs and blah blah blah. Uncle Saul kids was kind of the ones who was in all kind of bullshit, right?
Right.
And I remember I had went over there, I was a little older. I was like 16 maybe. And I had went over there and I was hanging out and I had met a couple cousins my age. And I'm not used to having family my age, especially in Detroit. My brother's way older than me, right? And so we was kind of hanging out and shit. And I think my uncle was leaving out of town the next day. And I had been over there like a couple days or some shit. And he was like, "Shit, you ain't gotta leave." You know what I'm saying? I'm like chill, like you good. You know what I'm saying? Cool, sweet, I'm chilling and shit, right? It's just it's 10 minutes from my house. I'm in Detroit, ain't no big deal and shit, right? And so that nigga left, and my uncle, a chick, and another motherfucker immediately took all the aluminum siding off the house.
Damn.
All of it. To go get high. Ain't no telling what the fuck what them done and been into, man. Ain't no telling. Ain't no fucking telling. Nigga, they started doing that shit. I left. And I remember coming back and that shit was just gone, dude. Like, all of it, nigga. Like, god damn.
The aluminum siding of the house.
Yes. All of it. I don't know how much you get for aluminum, but shit, whatever. As soon as he left. And it was like, god damn, man. Like, y'all got nowhere to live and shit. He feeding y'all motherfuckers. He taking care of everything. Make sure y'all straight. And as soon as the nigga leave, that's what y'all do? Like, damn. Ain't no telling what the fuck. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know this nigga. I'm just saying, man, it could be fucking anything, dude. It could be fucking anything. And the funny part is like, especially like being a third party and being around these type of people and seeing the people who be around them who don't get high, it's some weird attraction these people got to people. There's some magnetic thing that these people got with other people. Like I done seen where people are just straight up dope face, don't give a fuck about nothing. But they keep having people around them who's in their corner, who love them, who care about them, and keep letting them fuck them over. And I be like, god damn, man.
It's in human nature, man, to take care of, man, the weak. It's even in the animal nature to take care of the weak. I always say, man, some people like bring puppy. I say something, bring a puppy home. You ever heard the term, man, you want to find a good woman? You know what you do?
What's that?
Follow nothing ass nigga home.
Yeah.
That right there, man. If you think about that, you want to find a good woman, follow nothing ass nigga.
Yeah.
And
true.
So it's kind of like, man, you root for the fucking underdog. They're like, man, shit, man, he cool. Like, whoa, man, you gotta think everybody running around and rooting for him, hoping he succeed. But we all know how the story ends.
Ain't nobody telling the truth, man.
Well, we all know how it ends, but man, we all rooting for him. I guarantee
I've seen it.
Still rooting for him. The guy Nick rooting for him.
That's what I'm saying. And then I'm telling you, Walt went in there on some. This is my opinion. Walt went there on some bullshit.
He keep it on bullshit. He keep going bullshit, man.
And I bet you Nick Hart broke. Like, god damn, man. Like, what else can I do for this man?
Wait, he said, man, how many times I'll bring you back, man? Man, he said, man, I miss him. When he say I miss him, I mean, man, I miss that little dude, man. He was cool, man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even jump to the shit. Yeah, I think, man, Whitehead in the loop. What's that, man? Let's have some barbecue. Shit, man, let's have some barbecue. Nick like, man, I don't even know how to barbecue. Man, I know how to barbecue. Shit.
And he trusted him and he fucked with him.
Well, he trusted him because, man, that dude Walt, man, was entertaining. He had good ass conversation. He like, man, it's something he knew what he's talking about. That fucking coffee shop wasn't working. And he said, damn, man, this barbecue tastes better than my fucking my coffee. And I sold out the same day. Let's try this again. And it kept going. And he instantly said, man, I need to learn how to do this shit myself. If this crackhead can do this shit, guess who else can do it? This guy.
Or he said this shit make money and this motherfucker be on bullshit. I can't depend on this shit. I gotta learn how to do this shit.
Well, that right there, man. But if you go and follow money, remember, did I tell you, man? I'm the best barbecue man I ever tasted, man. But I said I can't barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Man, think about right now, man. I'm shooting myself in the foot. Like, wait a minute, these motherfuckers started this shit 5 years ago. You trying to tell me, man, I could have fucking, man, all the time somebody kept telling me, man, you need to sell this shit. And I'm like, man, I can't barbecue.
Well, what the thing is with something like that.
I'm saying, though, huh?
But see, with something like that, though, you gotta be honest with yourself. Is you don't put the time and the effort that it takes to do it when you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel like it. Is you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You got a full-time job. You got a career. You got children. You gotta be. I ain't saying don't do it or do it. Me personally, because I don't fucking know. But I'm just saying you guys still gotta be honest with yourself, though.
That right there is true, man. But you know, I've had homeboy said, man, let's just do it on a fucking Sunday at the park. Problem is, man, I was gonna start doing that shit, but then the fucking park turned into a fucking war zone. My homeboy got killed, and I haven't been to that park since.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, damn, man. Even when we was talking about doing it tonight, you right there at the park, man, all on YNs, man, walk around, motherfucking. The laws changing shit, man. We can walk around with a fucking AR-15 and a Draco. I'm like, I ain't time for that dumb shit. They be there
Yeah,
shooting.
but if your homeboy said, look, I bought a fucking trailer with the grill on it, and nigga, I done bought everything, nigga. Just come on and do your thing. And we going to the white park, motherfucker. And then you start saying, tender blender. And that's
Yeah. You know what, man? You know what's kind of my biggest fear was? That, man, it would start making money, man, and where it would have been like, man, I would have preferred doing that and wanted to do it. That was my biggest fear. Like, man, damn, I don't want this ain't the life I want to be a fucking shorthand chef behind some food truck.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's not what I want to do. But I wouldn't mind working in somebody's kitchen, certain times and something like that, man. But man, I mean, last time I really barbecued for a group of people, I remember I cooked chicken, and I remember they was like, man, who cooked this fucking chicken? That's why I kept on hearing, man, who cooked this fucking chicken? Goddamn, who cooked this goddamn chicken? Chicken ain't easy to cook at all. Barbecue.
If you don't know what you're doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you know
it might not be in St. Louis because it's so much like desperation in the humidity.
I don't know what that means. Hey, man, what that mean? Desperation in the humidity? What?
The air don't sit right because it's too much desperation and the barometric pressure, man. It's too much.
You just make that shit up, man. Is that a thing?
I just made it up. What are you talking about? Don't put desperation in the fucking humidity, nigga.
Hey, man, you are aware, man, Michigan and Missouri is the same place. Both of them in the Midwest. Hey, man, what Michigan is?
I'm sorry?
Michigan is in the northern Midwest. Missouri is in the
north.
The northern Midwest.
Y'all in the south.
Southern Midwest. Now, technically, Missouri, I think St. Louis is still kind of like in between. Like
the Midwest is a left to right determination. So yeah, we both in the Midwest because from left to right, yeah.
Yeah, but
from north to south, we north.
You got northern Midwest and you got southern Midwest. I think Missouri more like central Midwest.
Y'all south, yeah. Y'all were the South Star. Y'all the beginning of the South.
Yeah. The South got something to say.
South got something to say, goddamn. No, it's just like overall, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think like especially like me personally and shit, right? I made some bad mistakes, some bad decisions in my life and shit. And the thing is, like where I landed and how things are right now, I didn't plan for this, but it's working out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm comfortable and I'm straight. And the thing is, sometimes you gotta take the good with the good. Like this ain't bad. And the thing is tenderism. I'm sure he made a lot of mistakes over a longer period of time, and maybe some bigger mistakes than I'd have made. And to land in a place, to land where you can, you know what I'm saying, be somewhat famous and have you some money, have your needs taken care of, and be comfortable, I think he probably should have just been cool with that. This shit, I hope it, like, you think I'm on bullshit, but I'm not. Like, I hope it does work out well for him. I just don't know how long, dancing and pulling bones don't seem like a very sustainable business model. He about to open a restaurant?
That never happened.
You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen is he gonna do this shit for a while.
I hate you. That never happened.
He gonna do this shit for a while. He gonna make some money, and when this shit dry up, it'll be another one of them times where him and Nick get back together.
Yep.
And hopefully Nick ain't saying, man, fuck you, man.
Well,
you left me when shit was good, and I had to build it back up on my own. What the fuck you mean?
Well, if Nick get back in his zone, it's gonna be understood what's what if he'll come back. Like Nick Red
Yeah.
Broom and Mop.
You know, and the thing is, another thing too is like the internet and social media is so fleeting, and so like, let's say it's a situation like, let's say I'm in Nick's position, and the dude and this tenderism shit is blowing up. So you want me to make permanent renegotiations based on something that's likely temporary? You want me to give you this bigger percentage and all this shit? Yeah, shit blowing up right now, but this ain't gonna last like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it never does. See, you want me to make concrete renegotiations that's gonna affect us moving forward permanently based off a temporary fucking thing. No, I ain't doing that. Oh, nigga. This extreme good is making up for the extreme bad. Fuck. I just, I just hope the nigga don't end up. I just hope we don't hear no story about tenderism having a heart attack.
Yeah, you already know that, man. Man, I'm looking at these guys. I'm looking at this video on my other phone, man. Of this dude, Dr. Silhouette Perfecta. I got a thing out of Mexico or Colombia, doing these girls' bodies. And you see how they look at first? They look like Precious, and then turn around and look like goddamn Veronica Espresso. I'm like, god damn.
Silhouette Perfecta. He ain't on YouTube. Oh yeah. He ain't on YouTube. You on Instagram?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't got Instagram.
But I'm just looking, I'm like, god damn. You think like, god damn, you look at the body compared to what we looked at first. It's like,
I don't know. Like that shit be looking good, but it ain't.
Some of
not
them
really
feel
enjoyable.
okay. Some of them feel okay. Some of them, depending on who does it, it's soft.
Okay. Because I know, like, when I first got you, I was like, I gotta get me some of that. And I was fucking with it. And I'd be like, man, this shit is
Yeah.
fucking like a literal fucking plastic doll.
Yeah, but not basketball.
Shit crazy. But it looked good though. Yeah. You at dinner and you walking around and you in the bed and you fucking clothes come on. You like, god damn. But the actual act is like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I think I might go to the province, goddamn. I might get me a province girl, goddamn it.
What's that?
Village, like a real life village girl and shit. You know what I'm saying? See what that's about.
Oh.
Okay, let's take a real good look at this.
You shoot pool?
I shoot pool, but man, I ain't like no fucking one of them pool shark. I wouldn't bet no money against nobody.
Yo, how did he do this, dog?
I thought about like taking time to learn how to play and shit. It's a good. I thought about taking the time like to really learn how to play. It's a good universal bar skill to have. You know what I'm saying? All that anti shit. I don't even give a fuck about that. I don't even click on that shit no more. I don't give a fuck.
What do you mean?
No, I be seeing the videos like all the little updates and all that shit, and I be like, man, I don't give a fuck what's going on with that nigga.
What, tell me what's talking about him and Corey Holcomb?
Yeah.
I thought that shit was over with. I thought Corey Holcomb now is dealing with fucking Poetic Flacco or somebody and hitting that girl.
Yeah, it's the video of him hitting the girl, and then him and the one dude they were saying how like what they said if you listen to it, the reason why I remember is I was actually watching that episode when they had that conversation, and if you listen to it in context, like okay, I'm gonna say what they said. I was literally basically what they said was like women over the course of history be having kids when they like 15, 14, 15, 16, like when they underage as far as we view it. And he was saying something about he's going to be 40 something years old trying to have kids. He's like, they wonder why the kid come out with a missing toe or some shit. And he was like, a woman is really made to have children when she's like 15, 16 years old. Because he was like, the kid gonna be the healthiest and the strongest and blah, 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 blah. And he was saying, blah, 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 blah. And so they try to make it seem like he was pedophile shit for saying that.
Yeah. And
then it was another story he was saying about how like he saw a little girl who was like 5 years old.
Yeah,
basically like she was drinking
How much that little girl hoe?
Yeah, saying like she was drinking some juice like in a sexual manner. And he's like, little girl going to be a hoe. And like he's and like that's some pedophile shit. And I mean, I guess you could take it there. But it was to the context, he was talking about the woman sexualizing the child. He was kind of talking against that.
It's just black comedy that it's just for that, it ain't for everybody.
It's a hardcore way to say it.
Yeah, it was comedy satire. That's what he was saying. It wasn't like he was trying to have a real in-depth conversation. It was just comedy.
But he was talking about a real thing.
Corey is real. He was comedy.
But it's about a real thing. I don't know about 5 years old, but women do sexualize their children at a young age when they should be, you know what I'm saying, when they shouldn't be. They have them wearing shit they shouldn't be wearing and exposing to things that children shouldn't be exposed to at a young age. I don't know the way he said it was the most articulate way to say it, but you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that makes a man a pedophile. And so Poetic Flacco, like, they taking that and making it seem like he a pedophile. What's the one girl name? Yamanika? She fucking hate Corey Holcomb.
Who? Yamanika?
Yeah, she should be on Godfrey.
Oh, Walt. God damn.
Hmm?
Brother Walt. Got all you niggas hating on me.
Man, Brother Walt. I mean, hey, man, I hope you know. The thing is this. Walt could be in a real serious stage of recovery. Walt might not have touched no dope for the last 20 years. Like, we really like being all the way straight. He might just, he definitely drink. You tell he drink, but Walt might have put that shit down a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? You don't fucking know.
Just go on hiatus for a little while. What do you go on a walk or some shit like that, pilgrimage for a month?
I'm just saying he might not fuck around. Some people serious about their recovery.
They don't be out there dancing and shit. Going for
that shit. Man. That shit looks so. That shit was us.
Better sell yourself in free.
But look here, boy, you saying boy, look here. I'm like, you can't even finish the sentence.
Come on, man. Yeah, man, calm down, bro.
Clenched his dick off. Get ready. Tonight, I'm gonna clench your dick.
But like y'all clowning him, but y'all doing his shit. I mean, I guess anybody can make silly songs, but that's what Corey Holcomb do. And y'all doing the same thing, then about the clowning.
Everyone in the comments like, get to the Corey stuff. This song is terrible.
They clowning Corey.
I guess.
We ended with
Nothing hits like home cooking. Enjoy over 35 high protein weekly.
It was 13, maybe 14. Yeah. The vagina been on this planet 14 years.
This nigga done went from a video about hitting grown women to a video about hitting young girls. Did this nigga say something about a 14-year-old vagina?
I've said this before on the show also. Do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be
a statutory pregnancy. Your old ass about to get on here and justify having quarters with babies?
16, 17, 18, 19. That is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
Nigga, what? Boy, TMZ ain't do this.
Yeah, but okay, why wouldn't you show him just saying it and then address what he said instead of showing some nigga, this weird ass nigga giving commentary on it?
This. Your whole podcast nasty. Listen to this chick right here. Well, bitch, you better call the police.
That age, they've been on the planet long enough. They're in their prime developmental wise to create a life.
But they're not mentally wise. And evidently you ain't mentally wise either.
But you're taught in America something different.
We taught that shit wrong. Shouldn't no grown man be pursuing a child. And also in America, you touch my goddamn daughter, I'ma fuck you up. You up here sound like you got that at the Trump Epstein playbook. He over there in Iceland going pedo crazy.
Those eggs are buoyant. You can dribble them eggs. They got bounce back.
Boy, if any one of y'all niggas were my friends or business partners before this, y'all could kiss my ass now. You couldn't come nowhere near my house and cheer me.
Damn. Yeah, that dude right there. I watch his stuff.
Can you find the 5-year-old? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off,
But
my love.
he has
But
cancer
there's a
now. He has cancer, so he
Who has it?
Announced the guy that did the
Okay.
video. He announced it. Like he
Okay.
has cancer.
I'm sorry. I'm
yeah,
sorry
I'm
for
hoping
that.
he just started treatment, so I hope he gets better.
And what's his name? You remember his
Corey?
name? No, the other man. In the name of Jesus, we ask God to cover him.
The guy who did the video, do we have his name? Like, what's his username or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed in Godfrey, man, because this shit looks sad. This shit, you got a gay dude, elderly woman.
Got his username, but I just
The way y'all can just go back.
The
real.
But Godfrey is another one of them. Joy Reid.
Yeah, Nigeria.
Yeah.
But see, I'll put him in that category
I kind of figured you did. I'm trying to figure out why.
because he represented like that. He's respectful of the black community, and he recognizes that he's something different. He also wants Nigerian daddy and all that shit, and how things are different from him than other black folk growing up, and he's always respectful of black culture. I don't see him the same way I see Drake.
Well, what about that he actually kind of had an issue with that dude Vlad talking about the Farrakhan.
I mean, sure. He from Chicago.
I'm from Nigeria.
Yeah, but he grew up in Chicago. Like Farrakhan is like Farrakhan, that's Chicago. That's where Farrakhan live. He grew up here. He grew up around the nation. He had to grow up around. He in Chicago. He grew up around the nation. So he probably got a lot of respect for Farrakhan. How you see that?
I don't have a comment on take on it.
No. And that's Lord, and that was Lord Jamar's bullshit. He was standing tall with Jamar. Did Jamar bitch ass go back on Vlad and shit?
I'm still on the fence with Joy Reid.
I mean, she's an intelligent person, and I think the work that she does, or the way she presents herself in the media, is on behalf of black folk, I guess.
Well, okay.
But I just don't like how she kind of make it seem like she one of us when she not.
Well, let me give me your take on this right here. The Holocaust, right, happened in Germany, and everyone in America that's Jewish, like, you better not talk about a Jewish person. You got an idea what we went through, the Holocaust and that kind of shit, right? I'm like, you didn't go through it. But it's respected at the fact that they can like
Their
attach
parents did though. Their grandparents did.
all of them.
Well, the Jewish population exploded in America around World War II, or in between World War I and World War II. Who's kind of only ones who was, who was letting them in.
Yeah.
Not about all of them, but I think a large majority of them.
I see what you're saying.
And if they didn't come from like you gotta remember, man, in Europe, dude, the Jews been catching hell in Europe, man, for literally 1,000 years, dude. That's why it's so hypocritical for them to hate Muslims so much. When the white man is the when the European white man has been the worst enemy against Jews forever. The only time the Muslims had a problem with the Jews for real was when they took Israel. But before that, the Jews used to go to Muslim countries for protection from white people. And so, but they just chose the white power structure and they said, fuck them brown motherfuckers. But we're gonna forget how y'all fucked us over for 1,000 years and just focus on these people who got a legitimate fucking problem. You just took a fucking country. But or could we make the same argument when black people talk about slavery to say you ain't never been on slave?
That's why I kind of say I understand what you're saying when you say grandparents. But see, I don't think about a different country though.
Yeah, I mean, they're refugees. Like our history is so unique, it's hard to compare to somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't really another group of people who just got shipped from one place to another place like that. Indians, a little bit, because the British was a motherfucker with them Indians. That's why it's Indians everywhere, because of the British. Like no matter where you go, you're gonna see a goddamn Indian. I don't know, man. Let's see attending this talking some shit. Hold on, that's what we forgot. I'm at the
Can you see me?
We can see you.
I can see. All right, everything cool.
Everything is peachy on this
Hey
end.
man,
How
I
you doing?
appreciate you, the honors, man. You accepted me on your show, Sharp.
Thank you. No, thank you for coming on, Uncle Ocho and Joe. We really appreciate you. Can we go back to the beginning? How did you become involved and how did this Destination Smokehouse, how did this thing take off?
Hey, I'll tell you what it was. See, we started at it was a place, it was a shop.
Okay.
It was a coffee shop.
Okay.
And I went in about 4 or 5 years ago, and then I made some gumbo. I've been with them ever since. And so we flipped the coffee shop to a smokehouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go in there, it was a coffee shop.
Wait a minute, stop
you
right
go
there.
in there and make some gumbo.
That term he just said we flipped it.
Mm-hmm.
He used to sell dope back in the day.
No, or he just around dope dealers.
Most drug ads are been sold dope. They just anyone else that was on business, they was a drug dealer. I mean, at one time. That's why he all that hip ass talk he talking about. Say man, hey man, yeah, he was that nigga that was out there selling dime bags.
No, I don't think so. But it's a reasonable conclusion. I just personally don't think so.
I bet you that nigga joints out there.
I think it was pulling bones and smoking stems, nigga.
A nigga that's smoking heroin or snorting heroin was a respected nigga back in the neighborhood. Them was the balls. Yeah, you never had money.
See, I get crack off of him.
How much you get from him?
Every time I get paid, motherfucker, I get crack. That's energy. I get crack energy coming from this dude.
And you turn it into a smokehouse. Now, I found out about Destination because I see you and you talk about beef ribs and it's falling off the bones. Then you started doing oxtail. So from the time we got to the coffee shop, turning into the smokehouse until we are now, how do we get from that to this to where we are now, Mr. Johnson?
Tendonism. That's how we got there.
Oh, tendonism.
That's a fact.
You coined the phrase tenderism.
Yes, sir.
And so now it seems like everybody starts like, man, got this thing going on, because a lot of people in the beginning thought it was your shop. They didn't realize that you had, you fixed the gumbo, but you were not the sole proprietor, or you weren't the proprietor of the shop. So how do we end up? Is there a fallout? Are you still cool with the owner? What's going on? Because I'm hearing that you opened up a shop in Texas, might be having something coming to Atlanta. So how did we get to where we are now, Mr. Johnson?
Hey, man, this is how we got there, Shaw. Hey, Texas, Houston. Let's start with Houston.
Okay.
I spoke to a gentleman one night. He said, I got 2 restaurants. Okay, cool. I looked at the restaurant. Now, what I will do is go out there and help him open the restaurant so he can get him a team.
Right.
But I'm in California. And then moving to Houston. Hey, man, I ain't no young chicken no more. You still with Elway? No. I ain't there, man. Let's be for real about this. Yeah. You ain't on Federal Boulevard no more running up down the field. So then,
you know about that? What you
don't
know
worry
about
about it. I was right around the corner from you. Okay. Yeah, at that time. Yes, sir. Yeah. And matter of fact, when you ask me that question, you make some cognac too, man. You can email my cognac tonight. No, I'm just, hey, man, don't be playing with me, man. It's Southside Chicago.
I can get it. I can get it to you.
Hey, man, just get it to me, man. Look here. Southside Chicago or the West Side? You grew up on one of them sides.
I did. I did grow up on the South Side.
Will actually do stupid shit and can't and don't know, like, man, like, hey, man, want some drink? They were offer a guy, man, that quit drinking for 7 years a drink.
Mm-hmm.
They will offer a motherfucker that's been clean, joy free for fucking 7 years, and you want to choke your nose right quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's inconsiderate, silly motherfuckers. You can tell this nigga gonna offer my fucking some brand. What's that? Cognac?
Yeah, cognac.
Nigga, have you ever saw this man with a drink in his hand? So why you offer him a drink?
The first time I noticed that part being a reality, and this thing was my homeboy, but I was fucked up, and like, if I like, I would have borrowed some money like to make it to my first check type shit. I was like, no, I can't do that. She want to get fucked up and drink all day. And I'd be like, shit, man, no, nigga, I gotta go to work. Like I'm trying to fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it to my first payday and I'm broke. Nigga, I've been off work. I ain't been working. Motherfucker, I'm trying to make it to my first payday. It's like, I won't help you do something that's real, but I'll get you fucked up and I'll drink, smoke with you all goddamn day.
Yeah.
Try to fuck some hoes and all that bullshit. And it's fucked up. How it be sometime, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, about ready to say street stuff like that. But anyway, I don't know too much about Southside. I know you know about that hill, though. Yes, you do. Yeah.
Mr. Johnson, I left at a very, so now, I left at a very young age. You're going to help a gentleman open up a restaurant,
I will.
Go ahead.
I will.
You will. Is there anything brewing in Atlanta?
In Atlanta, I got to go down there and talk to a guy. It's Steve's Barbecue. So I'm going to go down there and check him out. And if he needs some assistance, if he got it together, cool in the gang. I'm going to let him know Mr. Tenderism approve of it. You dig what I'm saying? If you don't have it together, I'll tell him some tweaks, twats, I put that snapback on me. You dig what I'm saying? Don't get to it. Yes, sir.
Hey, tell me something, Mr. Tenderism. Hey, you tell them the difference between barbecuing and grill. Because see, a lot of these cats think they put meat on the grill and they think they got the tenderism. Tell them the difference between the barbecue, because I'm sure you probably over there using a smoker.
I use smoker, barbecue, 2 bricks, oven grill. Hey, man, look here, I've been doing it. Boy, I get out like Fat Red Cheese Factory. Yeah, where you at? I come to your house. And I'm cook same. You tell me, Mr. Sharp. Tenderism. When I finish tenderism, you don't need no teeth for the meat. That's right.
Hey, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Johnson, listen, my last name Johnson too. We might be related because you got the gift of gab.
Hey, man, I don't know. Hey, man, look at Hey, wait a minute. Whoa. Hey, I ain't the daddy. Hey, look at I don't know if y'all trying to get no line. I ain't got no. Hey, anyhow. Hey, Sharp. Oh, that's all. Blow hell, man.
And, I'm gonna take so much of that bullshit.
He think in his mind that he just chopping game. He sounds silly as fuck though, don't he?
He chopping game.
Hey, man, look here. Hey, check it out here, man. I'm like, man, that you sound kind of your game don't sound as good as a Fleetwood Slim or a fucking Bishop Don Juan, what's his name?
Even white folks.
boss.
Chicago.
Hey, tell him I said 7, 12, 8, 12, 16, 13, 12. Whole lot of bullshit. Never no long shit. You don't call master if we don't get it. That's white folks, man. Get up on it if you don't know, man. What you talking about?
He ain't no white folks.
Forget about white folks.
You forgot about white folk, boy.
He died, didn't he?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
But white folk was really sending them though. So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's a little different situation. The fuck is this?
Yeah. Hey, if she don't choose tonight, she don't like what you said. Another white folks she like.
He died January 19th.
I'm going on the mind. I'm gonna tell the bitch
He died January 19th, I think.
No, I think the nigga's still alive.
on the dresser, nothing else.
It's him there. They didn't put a unit on this motherfucker.
He died with a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
Like very recently?
With me, I'm in the seat today.
I think they say January 19th.
Was the time.
Oh, I guess so, huh?
According to reports, the crash happened suddenly, with little public detail released at first. Investigators confirmed it was a motorcycle accident, but early information left gaps that fueled questions online. Friends and fans began retracing his last known movements, trying to understand how a familiar ride turned fatal. There was no immediate explanation, no clear cause shared publicly. And that silence is what kept the story from settling. What most people didn't notice was the timeline. According to
The entire city of Memphis is mourning right now, only 4 years after the tragic passing of rap superstar Young Dolph. The Memphis streets have lost another legend. Jimmy McMahon, also known as White Folks, was tragically pronounced dead on January 19, 2026.
Millington police have identified the victim as 50-year-old Jimmy McMahon, who is known as an entertainer and comedian in Memphis.
White Folks originally got his reputation from the streets, where his name...
That's only 5 years older than me?
Used to ring bells, and he was once a high-ranking member of an active chapter of the Gangster Disciples
Said he was 50.
in Memphis.
Fuck. No, he gotta be older than that.
I'm a chick.
Because when this came out, I was a kid.
Cherry breaking a hoes, money taker, booty grinder, backbinder, and sweet spot finder. Empty simp, I'm a real hoes pimp. I'm a member of the bathtub club. Ladies fight for my delight. I don't take no bullshit. All you got to do is submit. I sell pussy by the gram. Pimpin' white folks is who I am.
That's who Walt want to be. Just check out White Folk.
This is a very secret society in which I am a member of. I got my name about 18 or 20 years ago. On the low end, actually, you know, before I really got my feet wet in the game, right? And some brothers just started calling me white folks, and ever since then, it just stuck. I was about 20 when I really started getting my feet wet. And really, you know, getting this ism under my belt as far as how to communicate, you know, how to dress, how to finesse. But you know, I got educated in the hood. I feel like that was a blessing for me, being Caucasian, and you know, to be able to come to the other side of the fence, you know, and be accepted, and also be able to do some of the things that some of the great Macs of the past that have done. Also, you know, to be recognized cross country. But there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of renegades and outlaws. That's a female that's working and doesn't have a man. A bitch is not supposed to be in a pimp's face unless she's choosing. First of all, a bitch is not supposed to be looking at a pimp. When a pimp ride by, they're supposed to be looking at the motherfucking curb. And when she look up at a pimp, she can be broke for reckless eyeballing. When I say reckless eyeballing, that means that she's making eye contact with the pimpin'. And she may not even be with that man. You know, that's the reason why I say the game has changed. In the old days, she'd be under pimp arrest.
Oh, white folk, boy. That's who Walt think he sound like. Like, nigga, you sound like a fucking, nigga, you better chill the fuck, nigga. Sound crazy, man. But you know, I wish Walt the best, man. You know. No, that's his name, White Slime. That's right. That's what I was trying to find.
I'ma ask y'all, is y'all ready? Is the whole city ready for this shit? Cause guess what? White folks in this bitch today, and guess what? My nephew on them motherfucking ones and twos, and he finna shut the fuck off this motherfucker. Cause you ain't from the you ain't from the South. You ain't from.
I guess, I mean, it's like, I don't see how he's only 50. Like, that's confusing as shit to me. That's the part that don't make no goddamn sense to me. Y'all have fucking what's it called in y'all daylight savings time around that bitch?
Yesterday. Shit, I didn't even know it. Somebody told me today.
I was almost late for work. I was having to wake up early and shit.
A new video appears to show a U.S. airstrike on an Iranian military base right next to the elementary school where Iranian state media says more than 160 girls were killed. CNN's Isabel Young looks at the video and the evidence that suggests the U.S. may be responsible for that strike on the school.
This is the moment a missile slammed into an Iranian base in Minab, a city in southern Iran, just over a week ago. In this freeze frame, you can see it clearly. Weapons experts tell CNN the wheels and tail are consistent with a Tomahawk missile. This new video is the clearest evidence yet that suggests it was the United States that struck an elementary school next to that Revolutionary Guards base, killing scores of students. The US has been firing those Tomahawk.
America gonna pay for shit they did. I promise you they is. They did a lot of crazy shit. Bombing schools and shit with little girls. Come on, man.
You know what's fucked up though?
What's that?
Like, we think it should be that way, but usually it ain't that way. Like, people who like do big, huge fucking overs of different people, they don't seek justice, they just keep winning. Just historically speaking, like it's the biggest people that done the most fucked up shit. They don't normally get justice. Like, it's not really a thing. Mm-hmm. Now, in this case, it may turn out this way because of the way it's being handled, but that's because, you know,
if somebody attack us again, like a 9/11
coalition.
Say what? If you got a 9/11 attack, it's understood.
Now, something like that, yeah, I heard that. But 9/11 was 3,000 people, and we killed millions of people over there. And then we'll see. I mean, we'll lose this. Like, we'll have problems this time because, you know, like something like that. And then another thing is we didn't build no coalition. So, like, we don't have no group of countries that's saying we with you on this. Just fucking did it. You heard Pete Hexter talking all that Bible shit?
Crazy.
The generals. Hold on, let me find it. Goddamn. I watched it this morning. I'm trying to get my fucking clothes up, laundry. I had to find a dry cleaner, dude. This laundromat's on bullshit, man. My shit be coming back shrunk than a motherfucker, dude. The fuck was it? Like, Our military is telling motherfuckers it's like a holy war.
Yeah. I said Donald Trump's anointed by God.
Yeah. That shit crazy, man.
Yeah. These motherfuckers so out of touch with reality don't make sense.
Donald Trump anointed by God. Like what? And why is that not a bigger story?
Because a lot of them believe it. Democrats told they weak as fuck.
Who the fuck was it, Markland? Maybe it was Markland. Yeah, it was Markland.
I want to point out, a religious freedom group said 200 troops sent similar complaints across the country. 200 troops sent complaints to the Military Religious Freedom Foundation saying their commanders were using biblical grounds to launch this war and try to, I guess, hype everybody up and get them okay with the idea of death. It's funny, they claim to be fighting Islamic extremism and people who are martyrs for their religion, who have certainty of paradise, yet they are using rhetoric that perfectly mirrors martyrdom. We're going to break all of this down. The worst part is, Pete Hegseth, our current Secretary of War, did an interview. Make sure you subscribe to the Adam Mockler feed. This is all incredibly important. Effing nuts. U.S. military commander addressing his troops, quote, President Trump has been anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to Earth. This
Man, it's the fuck is we doing? What the fuck is we doing? I don't like Roland, but Roland a brilliant man.
Roland Martin?
Yeah.
So when I listen to people,
the nigga he's just too fucking sassy for me, man.
I know, right?
He's way too fucking sassy, but the nigga's he's a brilliant motherfucker, man.
like Senator Tommy Tuberville, talk about, getting rid of all Muslims in this country. As an African American, I then say, what about white Christians? Because when we look at violence in this country, mass shootings in this country, who typically commits them? That's not true.
Well, that is true.
Okay, if what you just described is the case, then the Italians, the Jewish, the Polish, every group that came to the United States did exactly what you just said. They had own communities, own culture. So, do you understand the history of America?
Alan here. All right. Watch how this debate flips completely. Of individuals, not Muslims, not Christians, not anyone. Here.
Let me bring in Roland.
Piers,
You don't have an answer, do you?
Jill.
I really hate that bitch. That bitch is so confidently ignorant, dude.
Who was that? Charlie
I've had to sit here and listen to the other.
Shit, fit this motherfucker and be saying dumb shit so confidently and condescendingly and be wrong. And they be like, God damn, man, that shit is very annoying.
Back and forth. Can I please make this point?
Please.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Piers.
Yes.
Last week I was in Montgomery, Alabama for the 7th anniversary of the Montgomery bus boycott. And there is a National Memorial for Peace and Justice and Legacy Museum there that documents, that commemorates the documented 4,400 lynchings in this country. And there were more that took place. As an African American, when I understand what it means when you have a people who have a bullseye on their back, who are being targeted. I understand that. And so it is absolutely shameful that you cannot be at a Hanukkah celebration and it gets interrupted by mass violence because of two evil individuals. But I'm saying two evil individuals for a reason. Because under the legitimate FBI leadership of Christopher Wray,
This dude went on Piers Morgan. He just didn't give a fuck.
Abjectly
I don't think I need any litigation from a woman who tried to downplay slavery, who tried to all lives matter slavery after she purchased a black child. That's what I would argue.
Because the reality of the situation is that what I gave you, whether you like it or not, is a fact from the 1860 census. And the point is not to downplay slavery.
It is actually a bastardization of actual history. So to try and implement or to say this all lives matter when it comes to slavery, which is abhorrent and in extreme contradiction to American history, especially in this country as chattel slavery as Black Americans, is abhorrent and perverse, especially you, who is the mother of a Black child, who she purchased.
Right.
Who purchased.
Exactly.
I don't think I need
that motherfucker went on there on such bullshit. The motherfuckers was just like, the motherfuckers couldn't deal with it.
Me gonna take it in, man. I'm getting tired.
All right, big dog. Appreciate you hanging out, partner.
All right, man.
For sure. They usually don't sign off. Usually just be gone. Oh, he stood it. He just be gone. I got to sign off, goddammit. Thank you, Tenderism.
I can't believe someone that has an opinion is now dead. It's disgusting.
Yeah, Brian, I mean, when you hear that, do you find it disgusting, the reaction that Jeffrey's had?
Yeah, absolutely. 150%. I think anybody who celebrates Charlie Kirk's death is absolutely disgusting. And I applaud you for, doing the right thing and being a good human being and saying this is horrible. Charlie Kirk didn't deserve this. I feel for his kids and his family. Doesn't mean we have to agree with everything Charlie Kirk stood for, which obviously I don't. But for the people that are attacking you on social media, I mean, I've gotten death threats as well. It's despicable, and I feel for you. We should be able to have a respectful dialogue about Charlie Kirk, and I would certainly welcome that with Jillian, and I have some questions for her if we have the time.
Well, ask her now.
Well, Jillian, hi, Jillian. I agree with you. I think respectful conversation and political discourse is good. It's one thing I have in common with Charlie Kirk. Here's what I would say, ask you about. The day Paul Pelosi was bludgeoned with a hammer, the day after that, Charlie Kirk went on his podcast. He made jokes about it. And on his show, he asked his listeners to donate to the person who tried to kill Paul Pelosi. Are you willing to admit that that's also wrong? Because Charlie Kirk did that on his show.
If Charlie did that, I 100% agree with you. I haven't seen that. A lot of the stuff that I have seen and experienced with Charlie, he advocates consistently against violence. So if he did that, I am in 100% agreement with you. And in fact, came prepared today to talk about this kind of violence and othering on both sides. And I could talk.
I went from condos to Pop's house, on calls now bus route.
Into 2000, and I think it was actually released in 2001. Now, after you do one job as an actor, you got to go to the next job. Yeah. So what I did is I booked another series. Now here's the other crazy thing. I booked a TV show. This was the time where you were exclusive. When you sign something, you lock down. They don't want you in nothing else. So, I was signed on to do this series where I played a warlock, and it was called The Adventures of Fiona Plum or something. The TV show was funny. It was hilarious. But I was a warlock because I just still had the bald head. And I went through the audition process. I booked it, worked out the salary, everything. But I was on hold for a year. In that year, after I finished Baby Boy, the industry had seen the movie, but it hadn't been out yet. Okay. I was getting calls to my agents, and the agents were like, sorry, he's on hold. Sorry, he's on hold. And then they would tell me, these people that called. So I have some, what they said, any regrets in your career that you wish you could have done, and this and that. The cold thing is this. Yeah. If I tell you the people that called for me, the series that I was on hold for, I just explained it. You're like, I remember that series. We never shot it. Yeah. They held me for a whole year, decided not to shoot it, paid me anyway. Said, not just a holding fee, but they said, and this is another thing I've never heard of in life. For 49 years, I've never heard of this. They said, you would have done, 25 episodes at X amount of dollars. Here's the paycheck for the whole thing. Bam, here's one lump, $100,000. I was like, ooh, thanks. But you know what the opportunities I just missed?
Yeah, that's what I was.
And I got in the back of their mind, they're like, "What you mean he passes on coming in to read for this? Like, well, he's thinking that already. No, I'm on the hold. I had no choice.
Yeah.
And damn it, Denzel Washington called for Antoine Fisher, bro.
You lying?
Antoine Fisher, just to come in to read. Sorry, Derek Luke, but that was me. I was supposed to be Antoine. Damn it, I couldn't even read, bro.
You didn't think this? This is a risk. I can get in trouble, but I'm going.
This is after they told me.
So you didn't know? Oh man!
They're like, the people that called for you when you was in this hold.
Did he stay your agent after that? Like, brother, you didn't tell me Denzel called.
Absolutely not. And I mean, again, when you're under contract, you're under contract.
I get it, but
you can't even. No, it's with those contracts, you can't even read. Because if let's say I booked the role, okay, all right, we want to sign. No, you can't. Well, you have to sign these contracts. I'm actually already under contract. Once the lawyers get involved, he can't do this. He's under contract already. He's signed the damn contract.
Brother. That was big.
How about the guy named Eminem? You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a movie too.
Yeah. Well, you were supposed to be on the 8 Mile?
God didn't have it in the guy, but it wasn't in the cards. What? They were like, yeah, man, he's got a role in Eminem. Have you heard of him? I was like, hell yeah, I love Eminem. He's doing a movie, man. He's his best friend. Mekhi Phifer.
Oh, you were supposed to play Mekhi Phifer role.
And guess what? He's a rapper too. Oh, imagine that. Could you imagine? Like in alternate universes, I'm Kanye West. This is basically in another universe. Like I'm Jay-Z. Okay.
Dang, those are two big roles.
That's crazy, bro. And the list goes on. I can't even say anymore because it hurt my feelings bringing it back up. But that's like I said,
these are Oscar-nominated movies we talking about too.
Come on, bro.
You know,
and that was the window. That was everyone's calling for you. Baby Boy was crazy. Now, on the streets, nothing changed. Yeah. Because the movie didn't do well in the box office. You know when Baby Boy became a hit and a cult classic?
What, BET?
BET.
I already knew it. I already knew it because they still play it on BET every week.
It's on right now.
Yeah.
Baby Boy was played so much on BET that now, and it's funny too, that movie is 26 years old, and I still go into places people are like, they recite the line, Unstable Creature. I'm just looking at them like, you know how old that movie is?
Man.
They're like, that's a classic. Let me tell you something you probably ain't never heard. Like, please tell me something you ain't never heard. Man. And, but it excuse me. So when it became a hit, now, it's hard to move around us, right? Yeah. But there was the only time in my career that I was in a pretty much where stardom was crazy. When I was just like, oh, this is crazy, was when I did after Baby Boy. I did a series called Playmakers.
Speaking of imbeciles, I would like to talk to you a little bit about Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller did an interview with Jake Tapper yesterday, and it was off the rails and crazy. I cannot believe anybody would allow Stephen Miller on the airwaves at all in any way, shape, or form. This is an unbelievable cut here that we're going to play for you where Stephen Miller continues to yell at Jake Tapper when he refuses to answer a very, very basic question. Listen to this.
The president was very quick to say that the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, opposition leader Machado in Venezuela, doesn't have the support in Venezuela to become the next president or the interim leader. And I wonder where he got that from, given that her cutout, Gonzalez, won the election last year 2 years ago, overwhelmingly. 70% of the vote or something like that. Why does the president think that Machado should not be the next leader? Why does he think she's weak?
First of all of Venezuela experts agree. All Venezuela experts agree that it would be absurd and preposterous for us to suddenly fly her into the country and to put her in charge. And the military would follow her, and the security forces would follow her. This is not a serious. It's not even a serious question.
So should there be an election?
Let me. If you give me the floor for 30 seconds, let me tell you what we are doing here, Jake. The United States, this is sort of foundational. The United States is using its military to secure our interests unapologetically in our hemisphere. We're a superpower, and under President Trump, we are going to conduct ourselves as a superpower. It is absurd that we would allow a nation in our own backyard to become the supplier of resources to our adversaries, but not to us, to hoard weapons from our adversaries, to be able to be positioned as an asset against the United States rather than on behalf of the United States.
Sovereign countries shouldn't be able to do what they want to do.
The Monroe Doctrine and the Trump Doctrine is all about securing the national interests of America. For years, we sent our soldiers to die in deserts in the Middle East to try to build them parliaments, to try to build them democracies, to try to give them more oil, to try to give them more resources. The future of the free world, Jake, depends on America being able to assert ourselves and our interests without apology. This whole period that happened after World War II, where the West began apologizing and groveling and begging
I don't even
and
know
engaging these
honestly
mass
what you're talking
reparations
about right
schemes.
now.
What I'm talking about, Jake, is the idea. And by the way, you do. I know you love doing that smarmy thing, Jake, and I was hoping to be better than that this time.
I asked you about if there should be an election.
Exactly.
I asked you if there would be an election in Venezuela. That's what I asked. I said, why was the president so quick to dismiss Machado? You answered that question. And then I said,
the objective, Jake, is security and stability for the people of Venezuela. With our help and leadership, that country will become more prosperous than it has ever been in its whole history. Venezuelans
but the woman running Venezuela right now is part of the Maduro regime.
There will be conversations, Jake, about all of these guideposts along the way. The reason why I was giving you that speech, which I know you didn't want to hear, is because you're approaching this from the wrong frame. This neoliberal frame that the United States' job is to go around the world and demanding immediate elections to be held everywhere, immediately, all the time, right away. To create these vacuums.
That's not what I think, but you invaded the country. We went into the country and we seized the leader of Venezuela.
Damn straight we did.
And I'm saying,
we're not going to let.
So is the U.S. going to have new elections?
Jake, is that we're not going to let Tin Pot communist dictators send rapists into our country, send drugs into our country, send weapons into our country.
Okay.
And we're not going to let a country fall into the hands of our adversaries. The future of Venezuela, working with America, is going to be so bright and so incredible and so positive, and we'll have a conversation about everything that you raised. But the priority right now, as the president has been made clear, is a judicious, thoughtful, careful transition process to secure a great future for Venezuela and to secure a great future for America. Right. Let's just take a moment and just acknowledge, Jake, that what we've witnessed under President Trump's leadership this last week is one of the greatest foreign policy and military victories this country has ever had.
Stephen Miller, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen Miller. That is a disturbing window of what you just listened to into how this administration thinks about the world. Stephen Miller yelling at Jake Tapper about how sovereign countries don't get sovereignty if the U.S. wants their resources. That is unhinged, ladies and gentlemen. And that is exactly what Stephen Miller said. And Jake Tapper asked him in this interview if the U.S. is going to take Greenland by force. And Stephen Miller, in this cut, does not answer the question directly.
Important topic. The premier of Greenland and the premier of Denmark and other Danish